Ta-da!
Nice. Welcome back, everybody, to the Boomers taking over Manchester, one district at a time. Last week, we we had the entire gang leave the highest security prison, quite possibly in the world, by running directly through the competition. And now things are twice as hot as far as the streets there. It has been 2 weeks since the last encounter there. There's been some discussion, obviously, about who these new characters wearing boomers jackets are, this and that. People have come to a basic understanding of what's going on, but in the meantime as well, all or three of the four of you had robo rabies from the encounter with a rabid robo dog out in the streets, and one of you actually had an even more difficult healing process over the last 2 weeks. Chester's leg was broken off right below the knee, which is awful. So stuff has happened. So I'm going to let you guys kind of catch us up as to where your characters are 2 weeks later, or how they're feeling here in the headquarters of the Boomers.
So as far as the Boomers can see, Chester made a call after getting back to HQ, and he's been gone for about a week and a half. He came back, his leg is still crazy busted. Like, they can actually see if he's on it too much during the day, it starts to hurt a little bit. But he's taken to swigging from an old flask often, and it seems to be getting him through the day. He's also become slightly more taciturn than normal. That doesn't really
possible.
Boomers are clearly interested. He's better. He clearly went through the same regiment as everyone else, but he's crazy upset. Though for some reason, after returning, not only did he sort of announce his presence by letting the Boomers know that he'd secured some air transport for them. Somehow Chester has gotten access to a VTOL transport unit, which the Boomers have made use of at least once or twice in the last few weeks to do runs. No one really knows how. No one's really asking too many questions. It's a nice gift from Chester to his family.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, tier 4 is quite a beast here. Everybody is now tier 4 after this madness. So yeah.
So just to quickly check, you're letting me drive that thing, right?
No, it is very much not for you to drive. There's a pilot. We call him. 10 minutes later, they will pick us up.
We call him? That's a really weird thing to call him. Is that his name?
Oh my God! You spent all of Thanksgiving making dad jokes.
No
XP for you. No XP for you. Nice.
But yeah, Chester seems better, but he's an alcoholic with a helicopter. So
yeah, you win, you lose.
Yeah, they are.
You lose some.
And next in line for the Boomers, let's see.
Well, Smoke likes him a little better as an alcoholic. Feels like she can understand him a little more.
Getting too close to home. Okay. For me, never mind.
Oh, this is a little too soon after the holiday.
Yeah, exactly.
She's spent the intervening weeks plotting mad schemes on how to get her chassis back from the prison, because it's signed by Bella Santalia, and she's real mad about that she lost it.
The blurb fly chassis. Yeah, for your blurb.
Yeah, the blurb fly chassis. She has not actually gone through with them, and instead she's just been trying to build the best new blurb fly that she can, because she can now have 4 in her swarm. So she's trying to build this like stealth model that can try. She's going to try and eventually sneak it past security, and try and have it steal it back. But that's for later. Yeah, so she's been doing that and then really enjoying her access to her medicine, which she had not been able to get while in jail.
It's good to be queen. Yeah,
It's good to be queen.
yeah, you guys are the top of the boomers gang right now. You guys are the leadership basically. So if you need to get something, yeah, you now have access. Your medicine. Oh,
Just
boomer.
don't spend the operational budget, please.
Yeah.
I need to be operating.
Yeah.
Counts.
I mean, if anything, we can cut Clem pretty easily, but other than that, we need to keep these guys paid.
Only if they do useful things.
Like I said, you can lose Clem.
I like Clem.
Well, that makes one of us.
Yeah, Clem is the underling here who is part husky, or Malamute, something, who has that whiny whoa 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 voice, and he's a bit of an ass, and yeah, unlucky could be one way to describe it. Inept maybe another, but yeah, he likes you
He's a
guys, whether you like
snitch.
him or not. He
He's
loves
a
you guys.
snitch who loves us.
Yeah, you guys. He has 4 heroes, and yeah, 3 of them hate him. The other one.
Well, then I have a brilliant plan. So I guess Oedipus spent the last couple of weeks kind of recuperating and realizing that he was really frustrated by not being able to bullshit that rabid dog. He worked on his connections with the dog empire, dog race mode, and kept up with his kung fu practice. So that's definitely a thing now. And just got better at bullshitting while being in exquisite pain. Oh, and at the end of the week, I decided that we were going to assign Clem as Chester's assistant. Chester wasn't there, right?
Yeah.
Right. That was the thing we did. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
He said he
Well,
liked him. He said he liked him.
Walked into that, didn't I?
yeah.
I mean, you can probably get rid of him, but
Good. Nice. And all of you guys, or sorry, 3 of you guys had robo rabies from last time, that also you had to go through, and that treatment is 40 shots in the stomach for 2 weeks. You guys have just finished your last round. It's much harder to get rid of than regular rabies. So yeah, you
Except
guys have all
me.
gone through that, except for you. Yeah, you ripped the jaw off the damn thing, but didn't get
I
rabies.
licked his teeth.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you get weird points for that one.
You stay
I
away
love it.
from my blood.
Yeah.
I was trying. Well, I was trying to not get your blood directly, indirectly. I saved you, man.
don't make it weird.
Yeah.
Wait.
Blix has probably spent a good significant portion of the last couple of weeks tinkering around with something to try to help filter his the robo fluids and his Vurt goo to try to help get this stuff out of his system. So he's got extra machinery dangling inside right now. And he spent a lot of it gotta get better and huffing the just way too excited for that Takshaka Black. And whenever he's not doing that, he's yelling at whatever boomers are around to find the goddamn striking div getter. You turn the entire city over if you have to. You find me that feather.
Yes, and that feather is sitting safely in Strange Ways, where you guys broke out of, in the same holding area where all of your confiscated items and everything were, including your old trackies. Although you guys are fitted now, no problem.
Keep an extra box in the warehouse.
Done. Nice. Okay, so this is, again, it's 2 weeks later. Yes. You, the 4 of you are basically the de facto leaders of the boomers now. The Roboman who you guys brought in there, so inelegantly, but you know, basically saved his ass as well. He was his uncle Dougie, Dougie Arkanoid there. Is, you know, it was part of the boomers, so he was arriving from Rushholm to let his uncle Dougie know that they set the seeds, you know, they planted the seeds for an entrance, shall we say, of the boomers, or an expansion of territory of the boomers into another district. So there's been a lot of plans laid behind the scenes, which had a lot to do with paying off certain parts of the MPD, which also had a lot to do with starting the war with the Cromerta, you know, the Robo Mafia, basically, which you guys did. With all this madness happening around, now is the perfect time. So, as you guys are sitting around and you know, looking over everything, you have a map that you're looking over, and this is the map of Rushholm. And if we can get the image, perfect. And this map specifically is this is on the other side. North Gort is where the boomers are located, of course, your warehouse and your territory. Between North Gort and Rushholm here, that we're, you know, looking at a map of, is Bottletown. But you guys have already cleared a path twice through Bottletown, so you guys can get back and forth at this point at tier 4 without even having to roll. So you guys have laid the pathway to get back and forth without as much trouble. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 areas of Rushholm, and again, each of them have their own specific kind of vibe. The western side of the north area contains the Curry Mile, you know, the best, absolutely the best restaurants and shops in the district. You know, the nicer area, that's kind of the you know, nicer area. Then there's this center area, which is a super rich area, posh, very, very high end, amazing security there. You know, mostly residential, overpriced mini shops and overpriced everything. The east area, again, that's a part right up against Bottletown. You guys know that area best because that's the area you guys have been popping in and out of. That looms over this, Bottletown looms over this tiny area of the district. The Slithy Tove is here. Best drugs and feathers are likely found here as well. And then the others are some well-to-do areas, southwest, southeast, and west. Well-to-do areas, in some areas, Turdsville is close to the southeast, and that's almost all dog. If you're not part dog, you're not even welcome. And then the west area near Mosside is basically lawless. So you have a full mix of all these different areas. And now that you guys are at the point of kind of playing on the world map level, as leaders of a very, I guess, a very effective gang, the the goal, at least for the gang, the real world goal, the overarching thing, is to now take over Rushholm, however way you guys feel is best. But these are the areas, and you guys know what you need to do. Getting in and out of Rushholm, don't worry about it. You guys have that covered. Yes, and that is where you're at, and you have, like I said, you have at least 20 underneath you in the warehouse at all times, and then you can count there's at least 50 people total. So there's another 30 you can call in for an offensive. You have 50 at your command.
Okay. Hey, Alex, could I ask a quick refresher on what happened with Dougie? Because we apparently have Dougie's nephew now with us.
Yes.
I don't really recall what happened to Dougie. So
Yeah, you and me both. No, I know. Again, he was, since the very beginning, he was one of the 3 original bosses there, and one of which you guys were originally, you were under his command. You liked him; he was nice enough. Didn't, no drama there. And then you guys were assigned to your best friend there. Yeah,
Balky.
yes, Balky, who you guys took care of over the course of a few episodes there. However, Dougie, and we knew that Balky and Brent Rambo, there was something going on, and Rambo, the boss, found out that Balky was doing shady stuff and trying to make moves, and so that happened. Now, these shady moves kept happening over and over and over. After taking care of Balky, this thing with the MPD keeps coming back up. There's something with the MPD and the boomers that no one knew. Now, the only missing piece in the puzzle is Dougie Arkanoid. We know that Brent Rambo, you guys know what happened to him, or he's not part of it exactly. So Dougie Arkanoid is out of the picture. He's been picked up. I know that the cops got him. I can't, to be totally honest, I know that he was shot, I believe, in that warehouse, the finale in the warehouse. But we never, as far as I remember, we've never wrapped up exactly. You guys never checked him out to make sure he was dead, this and that. So the idea is Dougie is nowhere to be found, but probably is the one who's been responsible for making moves behind everyone's back since day one.
What a jerk. So
Yeah.
one more unrelated question. The time we were up against the True Brits, what was their name? The real
the OG Brits?
Brits?
Yeah,
OG
the
Brits,
ultra
yeah.
nationalists. Yeah.
was that Rush Hall?
I think that was in Bottletown.
Yeah, or it was the edge of Bottletown, the OG Brits. I believe, wasn't that North? Was that North Gort?
No,
Wasn't that in your
no,
territory?
it was an assignment with Darcy's character at that time.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Namo.
Maybe
I-
New Tlon.
I thought we had to
It
get
was
through
on their
Bottle.
home territory because we went to their base.
Right,
Yeah.
but we brought down all the glass inside the thing on top of them, I thought, in their warehouse
Right,
that they were
yeah.
based in.
Yes. So,
Yeah. Okay. Because we,
Yes.
we did talk about taking over and finding that wig and like taking over that district.
Yeah, the powdered wig.
Yes.
Yeah. Was that Harper?
They're
Hay?
based in
Yeah.
Bottletown,
Okay, yes.
and they're trying to go south to Rusholme.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they used to be a problem for you guys. I'm not gonna lie. You took care of business. You chose even bigger. Right now, the big problems are the Cromerta, which are the Robo Mafia, and they're pouring people in from Italy. They're coming in from all over. They're calling them in from New York. They're calling them in from Chicago. Like, they're pulling them across the pond. They're coming in from São Paulo or São Paulo. So it's like the Cromerta, the Robo Mafia. It's calling everybody in to fight, and the Manchester Police Department is the other big dog.
Good thing we set them against each other's necks.
Over and over and over. It's yeah, you killed little brother. Actually, this is a perfect time for the other image here. There is, as you guys know, and everybody would know by this point, the head of the Cromerta is a pure robo called, the translation is Big Brother, but it's Grande Fratello. And his little brother was the one who, even though he was older, this is the fella that you just shot point blank, this Robo Man, a Robo, and just took out immediately and ran. So that part of starting the war was that. So that's his little brother that you killed. He has just arrived in from Chroma, and while no one knows specifically where he is, everyone knows he's in town, and he sips his petroleum-based or petrol-based espresso. And yeah, so the Cromerta is absolutely the biggest threat for you guys right now on the streets.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So as far as you have 50 soldiers. You have 50 ne'er-do-wells in tracksuits who you can command, and again, whether you choose, however you choose. Mm-hmm.
So how about we just start taking over one section at a time?
I vote the one with the drugs.
I second this motion.
Don't
That's
make
the one right close to
act like you don't
Bottletown.
again. Don't make me the adult. You don't want to.
We don't need an adult. We're taking the one with the drugs and the feathers.
Yeah, it's got feathers, it's got drugs, it's got, good stuff. Plus, it's right on the edge of Bottletown, so it's the first thing we get to. It makes sense. It just makes sense, man.
Yep. So you've got your 20 that are in the warehouse at all times. Another 30 are on, I guess, they're ready to go. Another 30 you can call in. So you have 50 total. And believe it or not, you're one of the commanders, whether you guys put him in a cubicle or not, is your whining buddy there, Clem Fangdingo. And he's hanging around Chester, and he wants to get into the fight. He says, where are we going to start? That Malamute whoa 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 voice that you guys love.
Where do I want to send Clem? Oh,
I know where you can go, Clem, but never mind.
I'm actually. I think I don't want the guy to die.
Yeah.
Okay, so this warehouse is the edge of Bottletown. Is like in between. It's Rusholme in between Bottletown, right?
It goes North Gort, then there's a buffer zone of Bottletown, and then Rusholme.
Okay. All right, kid.
No.
I need you to do some scouting. Find a route between us and through Bottletown that's got the minimum amount of debris, maybe some cover. Find us from point A to point B before I send out the rest of the guys. Take off your colors so no one spots you being a boomer.
He does, and then he gets close to you and he says, alone? Alone?
Yeah.
Alone.
You see the tail go right between his legs, and he nods and he walks out, and you can just see him trembling like a leaf as he's going out with no backup into Bottletown.
Fine.
I'm gonna call after him and say, Clem, act dumb. Oh, wait, never mind.
I'm gonna send one of my blood flies after him to see how he does.
A little compassion. Oh no, more to make fun of him. Okay.
I mean,
We just want to be able to put it up on YouTube afterwards.
Yep. So yeah, you get to choose one of your three. You have three, correct?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
I think Mirrors has a. Oh no! I'll use the one that's like a legitimate news camera.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Nice. That's right. Yeah. The real heavy. Yeah. The fighting beetle model. Yeah. That's red.
Yeah.
Cool. Yes, he does, and he feels, I guess, comforted as much as he can, and he goes out. As he's going out, you see another low-level boomer who you recognize his face, but to be honest, who is just he's at that level. He's just coming in, and he's out of breath. This is a Robo Man, and he's just out of breath, and he's trying to get his bearings, and he's saying, they're in Rusholme. They're in Rusholme. The Cromerta. They're at the east. They're in the east. And then he crumples down and falls down, and you can see that he has a hole in his back that's been burned through. And his eyes dim, and he goes out. And it's not the play dead trick at all. This is for real.
Quick.
Well, I disapprove of this on many levels. Yes.
Do we get Clem back?
Clem, yeah. As Clem walked out, this guy walked in. He's still
Actually,
looking.
let's leave Clem in the north, like we planned, or was it the west or north?
Actually, it was good. Isn't the east the one with the?
He's walking right into the east.
All right, I'll send him a message through the camera that says.
Says, "Don't worry, you're walking into the world's biggest concentration of the
says, watch out for Cromerta.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is he? What is he? Is he a dog man or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dog man.
I would actually
he has
love
a PDF feather, so he can communicate, but
I would love to get him out of there. like completely out of the picture because he was with us when we took care.
Oh, yeah. He might screw it all up. All
Yeah.
right, I'll send him a message that just tells him to turn around.
Okay. He walks back, and again, he seems excited. He says, "There's a way through. Don't worry." Or it's more like, and those of you guys who are part dog, it's normal for you. Those that aren't, it's grating on your ears, the two of y'all. So, yes. So we know that the Cromerta are concentrating in the east, which is the first district you hit on the way out of Bottletown. So North Gort, where your guys, where the warehouse is, through Bottletown, which you found, and Clem has kind of helped, and then east of Rushholm. So they're concentrating. That's all you know, without getting a closer look.
Well, I can send my blurb back out and see if I can, get a better sense of where they are, what they're doing.
Okay, since it's so far at this point, let's
I mean,
have,
we'll have to
even
get
though you're
closer.
tier 4, yeah, even though you're tier 4, this is really some long range specific stuff. To really get the full picture, let's have you roll for it. Anything that would have to do with either being an admin or a blurb fly controller, even at a base, could be an intellect roll. It's not super difficult, but it's really to kind of see if you get a 1 or a 20. Let's be real. This is, we can consider this let's do this. Let's consider this a GM intrusion.
Okay.
And you
Does that
can
mean I get XP for it?
Yes, it means you get XP for it. Everybody starts out with 2, and you can get, you can get 1 extra and then 1 to give to somebody else.
Okay.
But yeah, this is to
I will
highlight.
give 1 XP to Chester for putting up with Clem.
Cool. All right. So let's have this roll. And again, I'll let you choose what you think is. Uh-oh.
I got a 2.
Oh, you lucky duck. Okay. Yeah, just like you're seeing through the screen something where it almost, it's buzzing around, then it starts to kind of wander off and get distracted by something else, some bright, cluster of other blurb flies. And for a while there, you think, no, come back. It's going to fall in with the wrong swarm and, go off and, have a terrible life away from you. But no, it hung on. It cared about its administrator and stuck through. So
I've been so nice to you.
what you see, what you actually see on your side from this is you do see that there's a whole bunch, a line right on the edge of East Rushholm. There's a line of really expensive hover cars. So these are even more than the wheeled cars. These are fancy. Most of them are red, which you guys like. Yeah, exactly.
Do any of them have skulls on them?
We
None
can
of
work
them
on
yet.
that.
Yeah,
can work
none
on
of them
They're
yet.
gonna look great once we add 3 stripes down the side. Yeah.
Truth. For now, it's a little more classic. There's a lot of, Ferrari is a thing here, and you can see that a lot of them have drivers. The drivers are, standing outside, right outside the, they're waiting for the people that are, they're driving, and they also match their car. So, the steel gray Ferrari hover car has a driver who's also robo, as they all are. That, same paint job, the same emblems. It's real poser stuff for anybody who's not a pure robo, but they love it. So that's what you see. You see drivers waiting outside with their arms crossed. Some of them smoking napalm filters, other taking little sips of Zambuca, whatever they're doing. But no one is in the back of the cars, and there is there's actually an area that's a warehouse similar kind of to where you guys, looking like what you guys have. That these seem to be ringed around, and this is right on the edge of Bottletown, and that's what you see.
Does your helicopter do carpet bombing?
Kind of thinking the same thing.
Got a VTOL. That's right. Now, air, if you're up in the air, and as you know from the last 2 weeks of runs and everything, if you're up in the air without clearance, you have to be up and down very quickly. Otherwise, the MPD comes in.
Right. So we can't. Do we know?
It's always a risk.
Trying to think how do you get through this with the least bloodshed possible?
I could walk up and take a car.
Oh, it's cute. You think there won't be much
Just
bloodshed?
speak up.
That's adorable.
Hi. Here, how do you say I'm your target in Italian?
Well, okay.
Exactly.
I mean, technically, they're at war with the Manchester Police Department, right?
Absolutely.
They never figured out that we did that thing with stuff.
Oh, so what if
I
we
don't
steal
know.
a car, paint it like a cop car,
Mhm.
then drive it through there?
No, then we get shot. Cop cars get shot. That's bad.
Yeah, but you will get shot if you steal their car. I don't see a difference.
What if I walk up to a guy and convince him to give me his car?
If you saw the same screen readout, maybe objects in the display are bigger than they are in real life. Like these are about 8 foot tall, robo-wops, and I can say that because I can. But yeah, these are like the biggest. Like imagine all the thugs from every crappy B movie, mafia movie, the overstuffed former wrestlers, and they're like this except metal.
I'm just thinking I could walk up and be like, your car is dirty. It needs a wash. Huh? Hmm?
You've
No,
got
and
you've
so
got
what's
some
the
robo
plan
genetics
after
in you.
you
You
steal
could
their
totally
car?
convince them you're related.
Yeah. I mean, I could just, they could still employ non-pure Robo-Man for like car washes. Huh?
Oh, and again, the overall, as most of you guys know, Cromerta, if you're part robo, that's okay. If you're pure robo, way better. If you don't have robo in you, they're not even thinking about it. It
If
will
you're
not
not
happen.
pure Sicilian, you're not getting advanced to the upper levels. Yeah.
Yeah, if you're an Irishman, well, you're gonna do what you're gonna do. So yeah.
Is there any way we can learn some Italian real quick?
Yes.
You can by spending some short-term XP.
Yes, this is true. This is actually true. The 2 XP, or actually the 1, yeah. Yeah, you could research stuff. Now, again, it's probably, let's say, a 20-minute walk through Bottletown that at least you guys have figured out how. You'll still be making a navigation roll again just to see if it's really good or really bad. But you can get there, in since you're walking in 20-30 minutes, maybe 30 minutes the most.
Italian. We've got 2 people here with robo genetics. We just do that blast of like modem static at them to converse.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine.
Yeah. The dial-up.
Yeah.
Especially the older models there, they'd probably just be nodding their head. They're like, yeah, that's my jam. So, yeah.
Wait. What's the plan after you get them to give you their car, though? Do we just drive off with it and then just repeat this until there's no cars left?
Do you want a valet suit? I don't want to give you.
Actually, would it be possible before we leave that we send someone out to get me a baby Blarney X feather, language feather?
Oh, that's right. Hold on.
Because we could have that clout to get that done. I mean, it's
just a baby blue.
Baby blue.
Yeah, they sell it at a Vurt you want. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have them pick up 5 of them. 4 of them. Sorry, math is hard.
Mm-hmm.
We'll grab Bob
Jim
Cratchit and the
might
Dickens
want.
boys and have them go out to the Vurt you want. Yeah.
Yeah, now I'm thinking about Futurama. Thanks.
Smoke, I don't know anything about your blurb flies. Is there any chance that they'd be able to like find out what's going on inside that warehouse?
If there's a window. or event, or literally any
'Cause,
kind
I mean,
of hole?
it sounds like these are the drivers for the guys who are probably inside there, having the sit down or whatever in the neighborhood that I demand we take over.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need a smaller, stealthier
Yep.
model to
Yep.
try that. Smoke will, or Spaz will do it.
Yep, there it is. The only one who
Spaz
could.
is my stealth model.
Mm-hmm. If you want to have Spaz go in and take a close look while you're waiting for the Blarney Blue to get in,
Yeah.
then there's time to there and back in just the right time. So, gonna roll for this again. This is gonna be easier because Spaz is already upgraded once or twice, I'm sure, right?
hmm
So it'll
Spaz
be
has the stealth module and the cipher
stealth.
pod.
Yeah. So it'll go down to, okay, that works. Now this, again, as you guys are studying it, yeah, this is going to be a challenging. Okay, you feel like this is pretty challenging already to get close without them seeing it, because again, these are all, there's blurb flies in the area too. To really get through, this is pretty challenging. So. If you want to roll for it, if you want to use any effort, you can, or you don't have to, but you'll have to roll.
I would like to use my controlling blurb flies enabler. Yeah, so that would be what, speed or int?
Int, yeah.
Int.
Yep.
All right, I'll spend a level of effort.
All right.
Actually, is this a level 4? Difficulty 4?
No. It's technically it's 5, challenging.
Okay.
And you would know that. Again, this is something you would be able to kind of tell the level of difficulty the character would. You know your blurbs. Yeah, it's challenging, but you could do it.
You got this. We're a bunch of pros. We are.
We're pros. We are such pros. All right, I'll spend 2 levels of effort. I just wanted to see if my new ability would apply.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
4 or above, okay, 2 levels of effort. So that's 5 points minus 2 edge is 3.
And hit that 9 or above.
1, 2, 3, 4, 16.
Excellent. Okay. Yes.
And I'm gonna display it on my local screen so other people
Perfect.
can see.
So this is what everybody sees. Again, same kind of thing as you saw from the bigger blurb before at the perimeter. But this one flies over and uses cover in another swarm to jump from another swarm to jump from another swarm to get right to a windowsill. So it's really impressive. Way, way more impressive than a regular blurb fly. So Spaz is back in action here. On the windowsill, again, looking in through the top, vents and things like that at the top area of this giant warehouse, you can actually see, yes, there is a table. It's a big round table. There's, these definitely character, just full of characters. They're most of them are pure robo. Some are robo man. There's one robo dog, but they're all definitely mostly robo looking. They're wearing tracksuits, but tracksuits like you guys have. In other words, sorry, not like you guys have. So like silk, think Soprano style. These are, they're
down there in like the crushed velvet traders that you would never take to the gym. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. Velour, and a bunch of these kind of hats, and there's espresso in the middle. Again, mostly petroleum. and going through, and there's some bottles of wine, there's a bottle of fetish, there's a whole bunch of other drugs around on the table, but they're talking and they're gesticulating. Again, you can't hear from where you're at, but you can certainly see hands going this way. They seem to be angry, but let's say that you guys know enough about Cromerta or kind of mafioso in general that as much as they seem angry, they may not be. They're just communicating.
They just may be Italian.
Yeah, exactly. I was trying to say that nicely, but that's exactly what it is.
I'm half Italian. I mean, I'm half Italian.
Yeah, me. Okay. Yeah. So these Goombas in velour are are absolute, picture perfect B movie mafioso. So yes, you can't see what they're saying, but they are all gathered around. You do also see with a 16 there. There are a couple that you can see. There's probably more where Spaz can't see down, but there's a couple guards placed in the corner, one near the back exit, another one near the table, and you're guessing there are some behind the door that you can't see down. And,
all right.
Yeah.
And do they seem to have any like blurb kind of guards as well?
No, not necessarily. There is a bit of the mafiosos don't really run around with blurb flies. They kind of see themselves above it because they're not. It's almost like a robo superiority thing. They're auto gen first, kind of wackos. You don't quite expect them to have, they aren't known for having admins or blurb fly controllers. So you don't see any, but that's to be expected. Mm-hmm. They look big though, the guards for sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do we see the big hotshot anywhere in there?
Yes, of course. You guys saw the picture. Yes, and everybody would know from the the news blurbs from those feathers. Yes, there is Grande Fratello at the end. It's a circular table, but everybody else is kind of aimed towards him, and they're all with their hands going everywhere. They're trying to talk, and he's sitting there like this, totally silent and just nodding. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right. I say we tell the MPD they're there.
I was actually just about to try to spin up a simulation of the outside street there. So to try to do the math. It's like, okay, given this equation, what happens if you call in the MPD?
Go for it. It's a power you have, correct? It's simulation.
Yeah, I can create like a little I think it's a math magician thing. But yeah, you can generate like a virtual version of a place in the real world that you can observe, and you can spin it forward and backwards in time to like mess with variables in the situation.
Mm-hmm. Definitely go for it. Specifically on what would happen if you called in the MPD.
Yeah, so you create like an imaginary version of the Destiny Matrix point, which is a place. Mm-hmm. And then you can kind of spin it forward and back and try to be like, all right, what happens if a VTOL shows up and parks on top of one of their cars? What happens if we call the MPD?
Nice.
Try to get an idea of what may happen. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll give you the amount of information based on the role, more or less, as well, because there's a lot of things you can find out with that power. A lot.
All right, so activating it costs me 4 int, but my edge is 5.
Mm-hmm.
So that's free.
Mm-hmm.
And I will spend 2 levels of effort, which would be 5, which gets knocked down to 4 int.
Just to be clear, Blix, you're at the point where predicting the future is a free action for you?
Creating the ability to try to predict the future is a free action. Doing the actual math on it, that one takes a little bit of effort.
Hence the roll. Yes.
Yeah.
It's either really good probabilities or the worst idea ever.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, I think my only assets are like having that 2 levels of effort right now.
Mm-hmm. No problem.
Survey says
9 or above.
2. So I can spend an XP to reroll that, right?
Yep. Yeah, actually, in this, definitely.
Okay. So I will spend one of those. Oh, you are kidding me.
No.
Oh, if the MPD shows up, they show up with a howitzer and kill the entire MPD, is what my simulation shows.
Nice. What'd you roll?
Oh, 1. Yeah.
A 1. Yep. Yes.
that
in
that
fact,
was worth the XP.
Yeah, exactly. In fact, yeah. Tell us exactly what happened. Tell the group what would happen.
Oh yeah,
And
these
you guys-
guys they look big and beefy, and we think it's because they're big brawlers, but it's actually because like they pull the front of the trench coats open and like just like Gatling guns, just Vulcan cannons that would just like pop out and would destroy anything that shows up, just tear it to little tiny shreds.
And why is this bad again?
Yeah, I think we should do it.
I mean, it takes care of one of our issues.
Take out the MPD.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like we like the MPD, right? Right, Chester?
They threw us in jail.
Those are my buddies. Yeah.
They killed your
Yes.
buddy with a trap.
Oh yeah, the slice and dice.
Yeah, they sliced him into bits.
Mm-hmm.
Tiny bits. That's terrible.
They would molly millions on your buddy there, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now the what is it? The Blarney Blue shows up. There you have your runner come back and hands you 4. Looks around for praise because he also looks up to you guys. This is a dog man. Kind of quiet guy.
I asked him for his name.
Oh, let's see. It's you know what? I know what I'm gonna use. Hold on. The fact that he's hesitating on his name bothers you guys? No.
They're not awesome.
He's just so overwhelmed he forgot his
I'm
own
gonna
name.
use. No, because I have to use.
I mean, I get that. Oedipus gets that sometimes when he looks in the mirror.
Yes.
So, you still that feeling of being in the majesty of Oedipus Jones.
Yes. This is okay. Poe. He says, "My name is Poe."
Poe.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good name. Yeah. As long as your last name is not Lease, I like you. I slap him on the shoulder. Good job.
Nice. You can see him laughing. He didn't get the joke, but he's pretending to. Oh, that's great. Yeah. And he's part Dalmatian, and he kind of, he can't hear so well, so he kind of
No,
Yep.
sir, it's not least. Potato. There you go.
Potato. Yes. So yes, and he's brash. Not that that matters, but this says he's brash. So so it's kind of going up there. So now he's going back, and the other boomers there are kind of even looking up to him. You might be able to count on Poe in the future.
Hey, Blix.
He's going places.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
Blix. Can you show us what's on the roof?
Another roll, if you want to try another version
Yeah,
of
so
it.
there's
it won't
like
negate the other info that you got, but
yeah, I'm just reading the thing.
Well,
Again.
Smoke, can your fly get up there?
Yep. I just
Go, little fly, go.
I have Spaz just move up to the roof.
That's way easier than having to redo the math. Yeah.
Yeah.
possibly. Okay, so
I was gonna suggest it, but the other one sounded more fun.
and this is Spaz, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now you also know, and you would know this as a tier 4, I wouldn't say this otherwise, as far as, or a very experienced blurply controller, going back in, not that you got lucky the first time, but going back in is going to be just a little more difficult than it was last time, if you know what I'm saying. Mechanically speaking, it's a step more difficult because you're going back in. There's another chance you can get seen, but it's still the same roll to get there.
I mean, I didn't leave. I was just perched on the windowsill.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
So
yeah,
just
to
going-
fly. Okay,
yeah,
then to
to fly
fly
out.
up and over to get a bird's eye view, well, you can do it, but it's just one step more difficult.
Okay.
And no re-rolls on this one, just for fun, since it's a re-roll. Or
You're always trying to kill Spaz.
no, I'm not. No, Spaz is taking everything I've thrown at that noble little bug.
Well, Spaz is using a stealth asset,
Good.
and I have hiding and sneaking.
May not help on this one.
Yeah,
No.
but I'll apply 2 levels of effort again. So
Okay.
that's 5.
So down 3.
Minus
Okay.
3, or minus 2 is 3. And let's see. Where's my thing? Intellect, so minus 3.
So you've dropped it three steps.
Yeah.
Okay. 12 or above.
Nope.
What was under 12? Huh? Okay.
It was a 3.
Okay.
I'll spend XP to. Oh, you said no rerolls. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
just
I
on
would spend
this.
XP.
But here's the thing: it starts to do exactly what you want, it to do, and at the last second, you realize, because you're so pro at this point, get it back to the windowsill, quick, and that's the moment you see a flyover from Spaz above of a beeline, pun intended. It looks like a bee, flying straight across above, almost like a passing. It's definitely a reconnaissance flight thing, but it would have seen you, so you can't get up there, but at least you saw it. No markings that you recognize. It doesn't say MPD. It doesn't say Chromerta. It doesn't even say Mechan insect or Mechanians or any of those.
Weird. It usually says something.
Yep. But something just flew over to also do a recon on what's happening at that particular place at this moment.
That particular place being the roof?
Being the warehouse
Oh.
with all the cars parked around, the meat.
All right, I'm gonna. Chester is he's gonna pop out his PDF, and I want to use my well-connected ability. Ostensibly, I want to start dialing to find blueprints to the building. So I imagine I'm going to start with city records, see if any exist. If none do, I'm going to track down the building's address, look for the contractor that built it until I go, I'm going to start you guys see Chester just on one hand swigging scotch, on the other he's got his PDF and his thing. He's just sort of mumbling. He's like, to see if he can find, I want blueprints. Specifically, I want blueprints which show me either the sewer lines that are connected into the building and just a general building structure.
Got it.
I imagine
this
will be difficult.
This is the most planning that the boomers have ever done. I'm super impressed. You guys recon, figure this out, do this, call somebody of this is the new boomers. You guys are real leaders.
Yeah, Blix is already starting to twitch because we've been sitting here for so long. So.
Exactly. Yeah, the probability.
It's all right, we've seen that there's stuff there. Let's go.
Yeah, because some of us have a different clock than others. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so roll for it. To see how much you get. Yeah.
Do I have anything besides well connected that's going to give me some...
Bureaucracy works for the city, or if you have any
works for the city, and then the well connected is really the only asset I have. So
okay.
Here we go.
Okay, it'll be easy to succeed, but to see how much you know is based on the roll.
I got a 5. I'm gonna spend XP. I want to try to re-roll that. Okay. I get one answer, but I'm not consent.
Your roller's been killing me today.
Yeah. Are you sure it's not rolling d6s?
I got an 8. I leave it there. I get slightly better information from some low-level employee that I don't fully trust, but
absolutely. And again, the layout. That there's no tunnel. No, there's no way to tunnel underneath.
Oh, I'm not looking for tunnel. I'm just looking for sewer lines in general.
Yep. Basic sewer lines coming in and out. Also, power grid seems to be, power is coming in from where it should be. The basic.
Is the power underground or is it above ground?
Underground. Yeah. And it's a rectangle. And as you kind of saw from outside,
the building's a rectangle, guys. News.
Imagine that. But as you kind of saw,
no fears here.
But the little bit of info that you do get that you didn't have from Spaz before is from where Spaz was located on the windowsill looking in. Obviously, it couldn't see below and behind the entrance. In other words, it couldn't see what was in the entrance. What you know from the very basic blueprints, now whether it's been changed since then, you don't know, but you're guessing the original blueprints show that there's an anti-room or antechamber, whatever it is.
Mhm.
There's a room at the entrance with a door that goes into an entryway that opens up into the larger part of the rectangle. So there's that entrance in the front goes into a enclosed room, and that's all you know on that.
All right.
Right. At this point, Clem Fingdingo is starting to howl and do his thing. He's singing in the background to the song that all of you guys probably hate. At the top of his lungs, he's whoa, 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 whoa. He's having a great time while you guys are doing all the work. So.
This is why you don't get a promotion, Clem.
Clem, go make me a sandwich.
Nice. Nice. Well, he nods and keeps, boogieing on down to the
I can probably simulate a gunshot with
you guys are like pushing the intern around.
What's the armory like for the boomers at this point? What do we have? Do we have some light armor, and what type of?
Yeah, you basic light armor, nothing like dermal plating or anything more than like you could certainly scrounge 4 Kevlar vests.
Grenades?
Yeah. Let's say there's it could be, I don't know, under 6. 6. So you have 6 sonic grenades. Let's say that. Other weapons and stuff, you don't have too many. Let's say you already have your Vorpal. Oh no, you got that.
No, I lost my Vorpal because it's confiscated. I got nothing.
Oh,
so is my
that's
fractal
right.
blade.
Oh, that's right.
All our good shit's confiscated.
Yep. Okay, so
You're gonna have to
Speak for yourself. I got this feather.
yeah, exactly. You're sitting there still looking at the feather. Yeah. Let's say no firearms at this point. You guys can, you'd have to roll and make a connection for it. But even in the last 2 weeks, you just have what you basically had. But you have sonic grenades, you have defensive armor, and yeah, the best weapons that the gang had, you guys were carrying, unfortunately. So, yeah.
I've got the length of rebar.
That'll do. Yeah, you guys can certainly
My
get like cricket
cane.
bats.
You're talking about my cane.
Yes, cricket bats count.
We got a good amount of money though. So
Yeah.
I think I want us to buy some shit. I'm gonna put together a shopping list for. Let's find. God, not Clem. No, we'll make Clem do it.
Make Clem do it.
Make Poe do it.
Make Clem, poor Clem.
Let's see.
Although if we make Clem do it, he will just not be here to sing.
Clem is making me a sandwich, guys. I mean, let's focus on our priorities here.
Episode 8, Clem makes a sandwich.
Here we go. So I just need to clear.
I mean, it's not like I'm
Clem is going to use 3 levels of effort, but it's an intellect
Yes.
task because he has an inability
Right.
to all intellect tasks.
He's put the peanut butter and jelly on the outside of the sandwich. He's
Hey, don't
given-
knock until you've tried it.
Yeah, that's right.
fair.
Okay, so I want. We'll take the light. I don't want to waste money on armor. We got armor, but I want a gun.
Mhm.
I want to get. Oh, he misses his. I want to get a Vorpal pistol again, which is probably going to be expensive and difficult to procure.
Yep. You money-wise, you guys are leaders of the gang. Let's say you can scrounge up enough, but it's the finding it and making sure that it doesn't draw the wrong person. That's the kicker. So
Okay.
failure on that one comes with more than just not finding it. You know what I mean?
Can I give you a suggestion for Chester?
What?
Sword cane.
No.
And a fedora.
Yes. Yeah. Going into the mafiosos. Nice.
Yeah. So we got things, but yeah, I want to get some lower. I want to get some basic weapons for the rest of the boomers.
What are you saying? My cricket bat's not good enough?
No, when I talk about the rest of the boomers, I mean the
Okay.
Oh,
need to-
yeah.
We
I
need to
mean,
just get cheap, like,
cheap
oh,
knives.
damn, all weapons in this game are expensive. There is no inexpensive ranged weapon option. It's all
None.
expensive to very expensive.
Absolutely.
Uh,
And
Because
you guys
guns are rare.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, you just need a ranged weapon that's free,
Confiscating
like, you know, force point.
Force point. Right? Yeah, just spend your life, in the numbers.
Can we upgrade some of these guys?
Yeah, you can. Again, you can put this list together as long as there's like 5 or 6 very expensive items, and the others are expensive to less expensive. We can say, you put the order out. Now you'll roll to see again if it shows up or if it shows up with a whole bunch of other complications. Getting your hands on this level of stuff.
Okay, I want to use. So I'm going to use well connected
katana,
as.
even though she can't use heavy weapons, but she's just going to carry it around to look cool.
What are you trying to get?
I want a katana.
Okay, katanas aren't hard.
Yeah,
Um,
but it's just to look cool. I'm
all
going
right,
to
this is-
use the regular knife.
we're making the shopping list once. Everyone get their order in.
I'll
Paralyzed by decisions.
so if again we can,
My real weapon's going to be a mono blade.
all right.
You just stick a monoblade in a katana sleeve.
Yes, it comes out of the handle.
Yeah, that would be you'd have to probably craft that or find somebody who could make that.
I feel like I could maybe craft that. I'm good at
I can.
stuff. I'm good at constructing blurb flies. That seems like I could just make it look like a blurb fly chassis.
It's practically the same thing. Yeah.
Practically the same
That
thing.
is totally can't fail.
So Alex, I'm putting out the call for a Vorpal pistol,
Okay.
a mono blade for smoke, and then I also want to get a lockpick set, and a terminal, and just a terminal, generic.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that's. Hang on. I think that. And a blurb fly tool set for smoke.
Oh yeah, they stole mine, the jerks.
Okay.
I'll use well connected.
Okay.
I want to do this in steps though, so I want to start with. I'm going to use well connected and just try to I assume. I have some knowledge of arms dealers in the city, people I can reach out to.
I'll give you 2 choices as far as which path to go down before you even start rolling. You personally, Chester is able to either go the route of people are arms dealers or shady cops who, you can go either way, but it just depends who you reach out to, and the complications are associated with both.
Shady. We're going to go arms dealer. Shady cops bother Chester.
Yeah. What irony. Yes. Yes.
That joke a little too close to the bone.
Okay, so we'll just well connect is my real asset here.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Now, even before you roll, I'm going to say this because, see, if you want to drop it, this is something that all of you guys realize. Yes, you may have the money, but damn, you feel the challenge on this one. I'll say it that way. So if anybody is going to assist, I'm going to allow somebody to assist. Anybody has either.
Doesn't one of us have a smoke? Do you have the criminal underworld connection, or was that?
I think Oedipus also has well connected, doesn't he?
I have one of the other ones.
I can't remember. No, that might have been Christina.
I am making a call. Could I make the call to figure out where we would go directly?
Yes, between the 2 of you guys, I'll allow. Yeah, you can work together to drop it yet one more step, talking it out before you actually make the call. So now, again, it's still damn difficult, as you know. Heroic even, but if you want to use any effort or things like that, go for it. And this one actually will have no rerolls.
No pressure.
Yeah. This is
Blix?
so big.
What are the chances of you modeling the black market for weapons in North Gort?
Using my special ability, it's more oriented around a place.
Oh, okay. Never
And,
mind.
You know,
Yeah,
unless the black market is like, you go down and they have stalls. And these
It's a
guys have
market,
rifles
it's all
and that guy has
painted
knives.
black. Everybody's wearing black. Yeah, it's no.
Like, I'm
not
just
quite.
gonna like model the Sunday morning Rover fair that's nearest to us to
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Like I can go with you and read their minds while, give you
Phone
tips.
calls.
But
I thought one of us had like a criminal connection asset, but I guess not.
But make the call counts as being able to help. But yeah. So if you want to use effort, it's coming out of int, obviously.
I'm using effort. I'm using
okay.
a lot. I'm using.
How many?
We'll drop it down 3.
1. Oh, good. 2, 3. Okay. Wow.
So that's
It still feels challenging. but
yeah.
that's about as far as you can drop it.
Okay.
So it still feels challenging. 15.
do you have any ciphers you can use?
We have no ciphers.
Oh yeah, we're out of
Yep.
ciphers.
Like
And
they
that's
took.
that's
Unless they,
dropped.
wait, unless they speak Italian. Huh?
Well,
Oh, come
Soon
on.
enough.
Okay. Here we go. We'll try this.
15 or above. 15 or above.
15.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Excellent. I shouldn't be happy, but yeah, good.
Yeah. Just barely.
Okay, and this is perfect timing too. Okay, you get you tell me how it arrives and who you called, and it arrives within 15 minutes.
I'm going to describe what the boomers see versus what Chester sees, because I think it's more dramatically compelling.
Love
So
it.
you guys, Chester mumbling into his PDF for a second. He hands it to Oedipus for one moment. Oedipus dials. He picks it back up. About 10 minutes later, you guys start to hear a siren rear. Like it's somewhere in the distance, and you just see Chester sort of gets out of his lounge chair. And for reference, Chester now basically lives in this giant lazy boy inside HQ. He pops up. He opens the door to the outside of HQ just briefly. And you guys actually see the reflection of the red and blue lights as they're sort of dialing inside of the HQ.
I dive
Door
under the
opens
couch.
for a second. Chester reaches out and he reaches back in. He just has this like weird looking gym bag. He slams the door, and as he slams the door, you actually hear someone go, "Fuck!" Slams the door, sets it down, starts riffling through it. You see him take out the Vorpal pistol, examines it for a second, places it back in the holster he's never let out of his sight. He throws the monoblade and the toolkit over to Smoke. He throws the terminal over to Blix, and he puts the lock and he hands the lock pits to Oedipus.
After he gets out from under the couch.
Yeah.
I didn't think of something that I should have asked for until after the end.
What were you? If it's a ranged weapon, they probably figured it out while you were mumbling.
No, it would have been a fractal bullet.
I'm gonna say yeah. Honestly, you brought it down from a 27, dropped it down. Yes, you want a fractal bullet? I'll give you one, just one, all yours. So
as I open the bag and I just lift it up for a second and I shake it out and you watch one fractal bullet just sort of plop on the ground.
nice.
No, you see Blix just like right across the room.
Yeah, like Barney Fife, the one bullet in the deputy's pocket. I dig it.
All right.
Nice.
All right, guys.
So you guys are
We
absolutely
need a
fitted.
distraction. I think we got bodies we can use for the distraction, but the weigh-in's going to be rough.
What
My
if
advice, we take the roof.
Well, what if we
There's a drone up there doing recon. I don't know who it is though.
Don't care if they see us. Better if they do.
can we get in through the front door by just pretending to be like catering staff or something?
This isn't an episode of I Love Lucy. These guys are armed and that's their warehouse. They're not going to let us in because we have cake flour.
Please try it. So just try it.
Mostly, I want to
I don't
find out.
know.
What,
I've seen Oedipus
actually,
talk us into a lot of
I
places.
was gonna say that comes with a disclaimer.
Where did this sudden lack of faith come in from? We've done
mostly,
it
I want to
before.
find out what the feather equivalent of "I Love Lucy" is.
Yes. I love lucids. Yeah.
I love lucids.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. There
Wait,
it
that
is.
was a dad joke.
Yeah.
That was a dad joke.
No XP for me. Okay. So yes, so you guys are fitted out. You guys have, if you want to be doing marching
Get it
orders.
out. I'm going into the locker, and we're taking the sonic grenades.
Yep.
Chester's grabbing 2. He's handing 1 to each of the thing, and he's almost forcefully putting light armor onto each of his compatriots.
Nice.
Like to the point where like he's slamming it. He's grabbing Blix by like the shirt, and just like Blix is trying to talk out of it, and Chester's just like, "Damn it, Blix, just hold fucking still."
No, seriously, I'm good. I don't need it.
Yeah, I reached up to my forehead. I reached up to my forehead. I go plink, and you hear like the metal in my skin.
I think it still helps.
I think like
It does stack,
yeah.
It does?
like natural armor
Okay.
and where
I
it
think if
worn-
you go to grab Blix to do it, you get like a little shimmer of like
Shock.
hexes that like go outwards from where you grab him. Like Blix is actually warded, so that's
Oh, Blix is lost in thought again. He's like, my space. I love it. You guys are again. Yes, you guys have your armor that you want. You get your trackies over it. You guys are looking slick. You guys are set now. There's 20 boomers again in the HQ right now, with 30 more to call upon if you had to. That might take a little while, but at least you have 20 right now. They all have at least the equivalent of like a cricket bat or brass knuckles or something. They're pretty fitted out too. None of them have any armor or ranged weapons or explosives or anything like that. But you got you got 20 thugs to back up.
Okay, so this is
all yours.
So let me describe my distraction plan because it's terrible. We need to get the MPD there. We don't want to call it in, and we want them to come in somewhat of a hurry.
I can simulate a bullet being fired with one of my blurb flies.
There we go. I was going to do something crazier with poor Clem, but simulate bullet.
Well, in that case, I'm gonna before we go anywhere, any weapon that Clem has in his hands, I take it and I give him a butter knife. Now we can do the other thing.
Nice. Yeah, Clem. Oops. Yeah, Clem calls out for Papa Dam takeout. Yes.
Can I have mine
yes.
with extra meth, please?
He'll need it. Perfect. In fact, let's say this. Here's the meal you guys are having before you leave. It's a little because I don't want to say this is the last meal, but you guys are basically preparing to go to war with the Cromerta, like walking in. So you guys here's what's on the table at least. The table is sagging under the weight of dishes. It was a spread of joy. Your mouths are dripping. There are tiny wings of lark stewed in pig's blood. There are the ink sacs of squids leaking onto a bed of palms. There are the eggs of a wren griddled over charcoal with a saffron marinade. And there were the encrusted eyes of virgin lambs smothered in dark filaments of horse bread, deep fried in shadow oil.
We got fancy.
How is that? The finest Mancunian cuisine. So you guys are...
I just want a curry, to be honest.
Yeah.
And a wimpy burger on top.
I want Oedipus. So I have one more part of my plan that
Okay.
I'm going to discuss with Oedipus over dinner, which
Yep.
is getting the power to the building shut off. And let's just say, Eddie, that you were a high level, manager of the Ravenholm Electric Grid Company, whatever they're called. And oh no, this customer hasn't paid their bill in over a year. There's been a paperwork. You need that power shut off immediately.
I think we can arrange that. I wish I hadn't made my call earlier then, but then you wouldn't have made your other roll. So
Yeah.
yes,
You
I
just
can.
assisted with that one, so you still have a make a call.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'm going to call Bob.
Oh, Bob,
Yeah,
of course.
Bob.
Go for it with a roll, just again to see if how great or terrible it is.
My tab went missing. 1 second. There we go. An 8, so we should be good.
Mm-hmm.
Bob still owes me for some vert ball gambling. So
Yeah, he's Man
And
City. He's a
we
Man
want
City.
to. So this is one of those like we go at dawn moments. We want it's going to get shut off at 5 a.m. some crazy early time. Oh wait, no, that's stupid. Never mind. We'll do it at like we're going to eat dinner and go. So it should be like dark.
did we didn't get night vision goggles or anything, did we?
No.
That would have been
No.
smart.
Yeah, I think one or at least Blix should be able to see in low light.
I
would
think
imagine.
I can as a
You can.
shadow.
Shadow. Yeah.
So can I.
Yeah, a
Oh,
few of you guys.
I'm
have.
just fucked. Okay.
You're a robo, aren't you? You can see in the dark.
Oh, cool. Well, that means they can too.
Probably.
Well,
They
and
can.
you're a dog man. You
No,
probably
they
have
can't.
decent night vision, as long as we don't ask you to pick like, no, the red door, not the green door. Like,
Yeah. All right.
This is less about like tactical effectiveness than it is just
Mm-hmm.
a bunch of crap all happening simultaneously.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we'll take a break right after this, a real quick break. So you guys are again preparing. You have this great feast before you. You guys are talking about what you're going to do, exactly when you're going to do it. You have a plan, and then you're going to be going. It sounds like. And how many of your fellow boomers are going to be coming with?
So for the fellow boomers coming with, what I
Yeah.
want, or what Chester's going to communicate through the ranks is of the 20 that we have, he wants them in Bottletown,
Yeah,
scattered.
that's what I was thinking.
But not in so basically like one by one, drip into Bottletown, get yourself spread within distance so you can get to the warehouse if we need you. Keep your PDFs on, but we're not. We're gonna wait. We're waiting for the MPD to show up before the boomers do anything, and we'll see how a bunch of other stuff goes before we
Perfect.
put them in the line of fire. Otherwise, I want to make a call into my pilot, and he's going to get a pickup time for us at like 9 p.m. and we're going to zip over. We're going to drop in on top of the warehouse.
Oh yeah. Okay. I can dig that. That's perfect. Okay, so we'll take a quick break, and when we come back, it's attack time. You guys are going into battle.
Hang on, I didn't say we were attacking.
Oh, really? Oh, what are you gonna go?
I
go
said
get
we're just
Hux?
showing up there. Don't get it twisted.
I can't wait to see what roles you guys are gonna be doing on that. It's it'll be, you have a pilot, so you don't have to worry about that. But yeah, it's a very subtle way in, definitely. Okay. Knock, knock, knock. Okay, cool.
We're good at subtlety.
Yep.
We are
Nice.
subtle. We are subtlety personified. That's us.
Pretty much. So let's take a 10-minute break, and then we'll come back, and then we'll you can give the final marching orders, and we'll start rolling.
All
Okay.
right.
Good.
Good.
all right, we will
Thanks,
see
guys.
everybody in a few minutes.
See you in a bit.
Listen up, Kittlings. The Vurt wants you. The only way out is to finish the game. Be careful. Be very, very careful.
Next match sets Tigers home rivals Man City against United. Blue versus red. Almost its most visceral. This Friday. Covered. Buy your ticket with us today.
Here we go. Hello.
Yeah. Hello, we're back.
Hey.
All right, and when we left off last, the last of the, I guess I would say battle plans, but maybe incursion plans, or they're you guys going to take a little jaunt through Bottletown and into the east part or the east section of Rushholm, right into what looks like a meet and greet of the real world's biggest Cromerta mafiosos there. Again, there's people from New York, there's people from Chicago, there's people from Sao Paulo in South America, definitely from Italia there in Croma, the city specifically. And the big dog, the head of the entire world's Cromerta, Grande Fratello, is there and holding court at a meeting. And that's where you guys are at.
All right.
He
So-
said big dog, and I got excited, but no, he's just a robo man.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
All right.
Pure
so,
robo. Do we have a picture of Grande Fratello? I think we may have already even
Yes,
showed.
we do.
Yes, perfect. One, thank you.
Fancy little Ferrari logos on his shoulder panels.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's obviously. Oh yes, and of course, what car is his outside because
Because he
match.
matches it.
they match their cars. Yeah.
It feels like it's a shame to yes, his car's a Ferrari and he makes someone else drive him around in it. Like that feels like a waste.
Isn't that awful? It's true. It's absolutely true. Yeah.
That's sacrilege, right?
Yeah. And they're all left-hand. There's only a few of them that are on the that have wheels on the right-hand side. Most everything else, as you can tell, is coming in from outside. So, yes,
So none
All
of
right.
them are proper cars. Okay.
Oh.
not proper Singlish cars.
I know. So just so we clear on the clockwork mechanics of this plan.
Got it.
So as we're eating dinner, we
Mhm.
would have sent the rest of the boomers to go get situated in Bottletown.
Mhm.
Once dinner-ish, so they've had a little bit of time to get centered. We'll coordinate, make sure everyone's kind of somewhere in Bottletown nearest to the warehouse. Don't want anyone to give up the position. Then we're going to get onto the chopper. We're going to head over, and as we're heading over, Blix is going to Smoke will have one of her blurb flies simulate right before we get within view of the warehouse. So we got to be a few minutes. What does it take MPD? It's like 3 minutes to arrive, 4 minutes.
Yeah, in Rushholm, actually, in Rushholm, let's see here. There is an MPD station not too far from this area. There's no MPD stations really at all in Bottletown.
Right.
And but yeah, let's see, east. Yep. So less than 2 minutes, I would say.
So then we want the chopper to be in view of the warehouse at that right about when they would start to hear sirens.
Mhm.
So like 90 seconds after the bullets fired, and then we want to be landing on the roof at about the exact time that MPD will be at the building.
Okay.
We'll see how this goes.
Okay. And that's, again, the closest MPD station I'm looking right now, the district council hall isn't far from where you guys are at, or the east side. 90 seconds is, you would know, it's just under, that gives you just enough time, perhaps.
Okay.
Unless they're already there, which is a possibility, at least nearby, but because there's a war happening, but still.
How
You feel
long did the Blarney feathers last?
I think it's I think it's per level. Let's see here. And you got the Italian version,
Yeah, see.
of course. Sì,
Yeah.
ma certo. Parliamo tutti.
I'm gonna hand one to Blix and one to Smoke. I'm guessing Chester doesn't want it anyway.
Well,
So-
who knows?
Okay.
Yeah.
Blix takes
what
it,
did
but he
you
looks
do?
offended. What am I, a child?
Yeah. What baby feathers? This is some bullshit. Yeah.
Oh, the translator feather.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Blarney Blue will allow you guys to communicate in Italian for a limited amount of time. Understanding most of it too. If there's any slang or things that aren't on the actual feather programmed in the feather itself, that might be a little different.
Okay, good to know.
Nice.
Perfect. Okay.
But so yeah, like calls place the pilot up to the roof of HQ and plan motioning. Out we go.
Okay. Now, obviously, there's no marching order specifically if you're all heading over in the VTOL, which for those, let's see, for those at home, VTOL is what is it? It's it's their version. It's much more common than helicopters in future Manchester here. MPD is the only one, and private. There's the occasional privately owned security vehicle or transportation, but you're either mega rich and connected, or MPD if you're messing with the VTOLs. So those are absolutely legit.
The vertical takeoff and landing, right? So it's the twin engines on each side that rotate down, and then they fly up, and then they down.
Yep. You're allowed to hover, and you can get some real good forward speed as well. Way more than the regular helicopters at this point. So yeah, VTOL is top of the line. I wonder how you got that. You must know somebody. Yeah. So
let's see how it compares to like a hover car Ferrari.
Right now, this VTOL is not. I'm going to say it's not weaponized more than it's a transportation model, or at least they can defend themselves. The pilots certainly have some personal protection, but other than that, this is a to and from transportation. So, Are you guys going to drop in? What's the plan as far as it picks you up, and are you going to ride in the top there, Smoke? I'm kidding.
No, I'm gonna ride on the bottom.
I want to quick. So we want to quick repel. We're basically going to quick repel down. So it's going to be
right on top of the roof.
Standard a spot drop.
Right now, what about your soldiers? Your boomer soldiers?
They're staying where they are until we call otherwise. So
got it. It'll take them, let's say 20 minutes.
Okay.
If you make a call for them. They're throughout Bottletown. I'm sorry, you've already placed them throughout Bottletown. Okay, great. Okay, so that is that. So let's say that you guys finish up the last of the food. Balky's made you a sandwich that you didn't eat, which is, I guess, part of the course.
Well, yeah, I made him eat it.
Yeah. Oh God, this poor dog. So he's
now he's gotten to eat Oedipus's sandwich, so he's probably pretty pleased with himself.
Super happy.
Except it was awful.
Mm-hmm. And they all get their orders, and they file out, and they go into Bottletown, and they're going to position themselves best they can, kind of spread themselves out, but to be able to be on call in a moment's notice to get to you. So if you want to leave one or two people to guard HQ, I'll say that 2 more people showed up. So
we'll leave Clem.
Clem can be one of them. Go for it. Yeah, you want somebody to lead the boomers after you guys are gone. Oh. No, not with your role.
That hurts right here.
Yeah. Yeah, not with your roles. Okay. Yes, that is that. You can hear the VTOL show up. You guys jump in, and the pilot there, again, he doesn't ask any questions. He doesn't want to know anything, but he's getting paid to do something he probably shouldn't. You guys are in and over. So now let's do something where it's not a piloting role because he's piloting. However, there's going to be a certain difficulty associated with rappelling down onto the roof once you get there, because you're going to be going pretty fast. Mm-hmm. And then, basically screeching up, stopping, and then rappelling down. So let's find what that role is as you guys are flying over Bottle Town very quickly. You guys are getting ready for the jump. You guys each have the rope in your hands. Each of you have your own rope. You guys are fitted out. You guys have your armor if you want it. You guys have your Vorpal pistol. You've got all set. You guys are all set. Now we just find what the roll is. And this is going to be speed based. If you have anything,
I'm trained in stealth, so I'm going to call that as an asset because I'm going to drop down quickly and quietly.
Okay, on the quiet part, sure. Well, yep.
Blix will take the rope, drop it in front of him, and just step out of the door.
We'll resolve that in a second. Yes, I'm all for that. It's very, very in character. XP for you. Yeah. Actually, everybody has 3, and then 2 of you have. Sorry, everybody has.
2.
I'm sorry.
Everyone has 2, except for 2 of us have 3.
Got it. That's what it is.
I think he spent 1.
I've got 1
Yes.
XP because I spent 1.
But you got
No,
one.
you had 1 from me, so you should have
Yep.
2.
Correct.
I got 2.
Okay. So that is where we're at now. What about Oedipus here? How are you? You have anything that applies?
Kung Fu.
I know Kung Fu.
I mean, I should be able to land slightly more elegantly.
I'll say that absolutely similar to stealth. If you get down the rope safely, I'll say that 2 of you guys are landing nice and lightly.
Yeah.
Although a VTOL makes some noise, but it's up to you guys.
Well, the hope is the timing of this. The MPD siren should be masking most of the sound from the VTOL. That's why it's timed this way.
I'll buy
Or
that.
they should think it's for the MPD.
Right. And a VTOL is almost always MPD unless it's, again, this VTOL does not have markings, but
Right.
they're looking up, and half of them aren't even from Manchester anyway. At least half of them aren't. The people waiting inside and outside. So, okay, so the speed, let's do the speed roll.
So Smoke is an expert. So
Just
repel
in everything.
down like an expert.
Yeah,
It's
I'm an
not-
expert.
You're just an
VTOL
expert.
repeller. Yeah.
I just choose to succeed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's
Okay.
a thing you can do.
Yeah. So I'm gonna count. This is a hiding and sneaking.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trained in it.
Mm-hmm. I'll say hiding. Yeah, hiding is another thing. You guys are all, again,
That's
little fun
what I
coming in
call
on
my
the
stealth
VTOL.
skills. is
Right.
Hiding and sneaking.
So 3 of you guys are kind of getting ready to land pretty well. One of you is literally
Just
Taking the-
steps out the door, just
Yeah.
drops. Yeah.
like Indiana Jones in The Last Crusade. The foot goes out, and you hope there's something, or you're just stepping out, aren't you?
Yeah, no, Blix just takes a step out, just whoop,
Beautiful.
going down.
Okay. It was a well planned. It was a good plan coming in. So I'm going to say, without even rolling, things are working the way you want. You start to hear the MPD sirens the minute you're coming close enough. There's something, but it is probably going to give you the distraction that you want. So roll for this speed-based skill. You can use effort if you like, and this is, if you want, you can re-roll on this if you have to. But this is one where you're going to be, yes,
I got a 14. Chester did.
counts. Yep, 12 and
I'm gonna
above.
spend effort.
hmm
To get damage, 17. So I'll take a 1 down. Down 1.
Okay, so 9 or above for you.
And I roll a 3. And I'm going to re-roll it.
I would.
12.
Got it. Okay, you got it. Smoke.
Or is this for repelling?
Yeah, speed-based. If
No,
you
I
get-
just succeed.
You just succeed?
Yeah, I'm an expert.
I really want to read this section in the book that you're.
Wait a second.
It's an explorer skill. And
Yeah.
explorer ability. Instead of rolling a d20, you can choose to automatically succeed on a task you're trained in, as long as it's difficulty 4 or lower, and not an attack
yes.
or defense.
So so that'll count to the actual stealth part of landing silently, but you'll still have to at least do the roll to get down the rope. But yeah, because
Okay.
unless you had like
You're not an
climbing
expert in
rope.
repelling.
repelling. Yeah, it'd literally have to be repelling to.
Oh, okay.
Ability is slightly less OP than I thought it was, but
13.
Got it. Okay. And Blix, tell me what you want to do as these three are making perfectly stealthy, silent, beautiful descents onto the roof. Like ninjas. What are you doing as you walk
Oh,
out?
Blix just drops and does like the 3-point superhero landing when he hits the roof.
Now, there's a roll associated with that, or a skill, perhaps. There has to be.
It is so I reduce the damage from a fall by 5 points.
Okay. And based on style points alone, you make this. You do make it if you're just gonna fall.
Yeah, I'm falling. It's
Nice.
basically like you're able to tuck and roll, but it works out to
Nice.
like you can fall something like 50 feet and not have to care. So
Yeah, you guys are only 15, 20 feet off the roof. It's coming in nice and low. So if you want to do that,
yeah, no, he just boop, drops.
Okay, perfect. So effective damage. Let's see. Falling per. It's less than 5. It's 4. Yeah, light damage 4. Oh, that would be falling. Yes. You land. Just for fun, roll a speed roll to see how silently you land. You do land. You land like a badass, but let's see how quietly. Just a basic speed. It's 12 or above.
So as a math magician, I'm allowed to swap an intellect for anything.
Oh, good. True. Oh, good. Instead of a speed roll. Absolutely.
Yeah, and if I spend... actually, no, that one doesn't have a cost. Okay, so if I spend 2 levels of effort out of intellect, it gets canceled out by edge. So I'll get 2.
Do it. Okay, 9, 12, 9, 6. 6 or above for you. It's just style.
18.
Excellent. Obviously, you land first.
Oh yeah,
because...
Blix is. Look, there's a panel right there, and it's on the right angle. You just slide down it. Nobody's gonna hear a thing. It's all gravel. It's gonna absorb the sound. You're good. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys thought you were badass. By the time you guys make these perfect landings, Blix is already there, just standing.
Just bonk.
As usual, Blix has just gone ahead and like.
Yep. So you have 90 seconds before the MPD is showing up at this point. You've calculated it out. You guys are on the roof where you're at. No one has seen you, which is crazy. They saw the VTOL go over. You saw some scattering of
It should have looked like the VTOL was just flying over, if anything.
Correct. And even that is enough to alarm, obviously, the guards outside to start running towards the building to talk to their bosses, who almost certainly are starting to hear the sirens as well.
So now I want to look, as soon as we drop, so for the rest, assume I'm in stealth mode.
You are.
Chester's going to sort of like puff up his shadow effects just so he's as blended into the night as possible. And is there a door on the roof that leads to a stairwell into the building? Are there vents? What do we have up on the roof itself?
There is a door. Again, you already saw the basic blueprints.
Right.
There is a door to go up there to repair any of the air conditioning or other units. And it just goes down into the top. There's what would be a stairwell going down.
What's the weather like in Ravenholm this evening? Is it hot? Is it muggy?
Exactly. Let's see. So Rushholm in general, no, it's crap weather. It's always crap weather. But a bit of a mist that it's going to turn into cold rain very soon. It's nighttime, so you guys
so it's
got
cold.
that far. It's cold. Yeah, you can see our breath, but it isn't like hail or anything at the moment.
Another lovely English evening. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. The beautiful Mancunian weather. It's raining now.
So I want Smoke to blurb fly. We want to look at the entrance of the building. We want to be able to know what people are up to without leaning over the edge and exposing ourselves. Is that possible?
So Smoke, you have Spaz is already there at the windowsill waiting for you guys, I would imagine.
Yep.
You have access
I've been
to
watching the whole time.
right 2 others So yeah, you can put. Where do you want to station them? We'll say that that's part of as you're coming in. Where do you want to station those other two? You have one. You have three
One at the
available.
window, one at the front, and one at the back.
Smart. Good. So you now
And I
have
want to
eyes
keep an
on
eye
all
out
three.
for that recon drone.
Got it. Oh yes, perfect. Yes. Roll an int or something. A blurb fly controlling related. It would be an int task anyway. But let's just for if it shows up, you'll be ready, kind of thing, or it will be ready.
Yeah.
Remember, you're looking for something the size of a like a large bee that has flown over once. So it's not an easy task, but Spaz might be up to it.
So let's see. What I want to do when it comes is I want to try and assert control and steal it.
Got it. Got it.
So I want to be aware of it when it comes.
Always
so I
looking
can,
for more.
Yeah. I do
Got
have a fourth place in my swarm.
Okay, so let's do, yeah, so that's a roll. Let's say that you feel it's pretty intimidating, but you can drop it with effort, and this is something that if it goes over, you feel that you'll be able to commandeer it. It's intimidating right now without dropping it. And this is as you're coming down rappelling down the rope and landing. This is your sending out orders.
Okay. So I'm specialized in blurb flag construction and maintenance, which would let me know like what the model is like.
Absolutely.
And all that. So that's 2.
Okay, now down to difficult. It's still difficult, but
and then I'm gonna throw let's see, how much intellect do I have left? Who needs intellect for the actual stuff? I just need to like get a blurb.
yeah.
Let's see. 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I'll throw 3 levels of intellect at it.
Okay, roll that 3 or above.
Effort. That's the word.
Yep.
So 7 minus 5, or 7 minus 2 is 5. That's how much it'll cost me.
And you just have to roll 3 or above at this point. You've dropped it 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's a lot.
16.
Excellent. Okay, Spaz, it has a special little antenna that comes up that's specifically for that. It starts wagging back and forth, and it's ready. It's ready for anything as it goes over. Okay, it's all set. Now, 90 seconds for the MPD to show up. We know that. You know there's a scramble of the bodyguards and the drivers heading towards the warehouse to get in to warn their bosses. You know the sounds of sirens are loud enough to the point where at least the people outside have already heard. The people inside are going to hear very soon if they haven't already. And there's going to be chaos, and you guys are ready for it. Everybody's on the roof. How do you want to take this first round? Now that you guys are on the top, there is a door getting down into the top of the top rung of the stairwell that goes around the perimeter of the warehouse.
So Chester,
Can I make a recovery roll before we start?
Oh yeah, actually, yeah, sure, why not?
Oh, I guess I should do that too. Okay.
All right, I get 8 points back, which I need.
Oh,
Plus
nice.
4, so I get 8 back as well, which I need
timing.
less of, but 22. All right, full up.
Okay. All right,
Nice.
good. Sorry.
All right,
proceed.
all. Okay, so there's chaos at this point. No one is looking at the 4 of you. Yep, and again, you hear the sounds of approaching sirens, but you feel like you have at least 1 to 2 moments here before
Before the sirens get there?
Before anybody even sees you. You have 90 seconds for the sirens, so
Are there people on the roof?
Nobody on the roof, which is ridiculous.
Bunch of amateurs.
Bunch of amateurs.
So a sonic grenade, what does that do?
All right, I'm gonna turn to smoke.
Okay. So show shadow.
No, literally
Oh.
turn to smoke.
Oh.
Tier
Like I'm gonna
four.
turn into literally a cloud of smoke.
Oh,
Mm.
wow, that's so rad. This is the first time we've had a yes. That's excellent. You are a cloud of smoke. Is there an activation
It
cost
costs
associated?
4 might.
Okay.
I've
Yeah.
got 2 edge, so it's 2 might.
Hell yeah. Okay. The other, you guys also, you see that, you've seen her show shadow before where it's come out of her eyes or mouth or something like this and, kind of, hidden her a bit. This is something you guys have never seen before. This
Yeah,
is,
being in jail really freaked me out.
yeah, exactly. You guys all were pushed to the next level that way. I love it. Okay. You are a cloud of smoke at this point. Fitting. Okay. Now again, you guys have that's your particular move or whatever in this pre-combat combat. Anybody else want to do anything specific on the roof before engaging?
I want to take, so Chester's got 2 sonic grenades. I want to reprogram them quickly with some sonic jingles. So different one in each.
Sorry, say that last part again.
So it says sonic grenades may be reprogrammed with a sonic jingle.
Right.
So I want to do
Now
that.
you need to have a sonic jingle with you.
Oh, never mind then.
Yeah.
Okay, well then, do I want to do this?
Yes.
yeah,
I
you
don't
do.
even know what it is. Yeah, look at all this. Like, yeah.
So what I want to do
This
is
is getting impatient up here. Come on.
so Chester's gonna pop. Chester, I want to pop the sonic grenade. I want to drop it into the front of the building where the entrance.
Yeah.
I want it to just literally like drop straight down.
Mm-hmm.
I want to like count, so I should know about how long a sonic grenade goes. So I want it to literally like before it hit, it's going to be, I'm going to click 1, 2, and then drop, so that it's kind of running along the edge of the building silently until it hits the back.
Right. Now that's also a spot where these guards and drivers are running towards. You know that, obviously.
Yes.
Okay. So let's do an int roll just again to see how precise you were on this.
Okay. And
Sorry, not int. I'm so sorry.
Speed.
You can choose either int or speed, depending. It's kind of dexterity, but probably int. Whatever's better for you.
So practiced with all weapons is my asset.
Mm-hmm.
And
It drops it.
that's really all I got on that. So
Okay.
here we go.
Let's do it.
6, but I'm going to spend an XP to re-roll that.
Okay. Good. I was saying, damn.
Here we go. And
12 to 9.
20.
Oh.
Chester strikes again.
We're gonna. I'll let you resolve it in one action from now. But
Okay.
yes, you feel really good about dropping it. Okay. Great. Good stuff. Okay. Everybody's on the roof. You're doing thing. Now, Oedipus. Anything specifically?
I'm just gonna be ready for whatever's coming.
Got it. Blix, you're good as well, or are you doing anything specific?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we should start looking for a way into the building.
There is a door on the top.
Doorway.
Yeah.
Is it
Okay. Like, is it locked or anything? Or?
You can go over there and try it. That
was
would be
it
your action.
locked before I force pointed it? Like,
Oh, wait, no.
Wait. Yeah.
Like, brought lockpicks for a goddamn reason, Blix.
Yeah.
okay.
I-
So
I'll
does
use
anybody here know how to use lockpicks?
I can hotwire a car. I should be able to use lockpicks.
I'll give you an asset on that for sure.
Okay.
But yes.
Yeah, everybody sees Blix on like the wind up with like the targeting
Yep.
beam going and stuff.
Like,
It's like,
no!
whoa.
No, we've seen this happen before. Yes. Perfect.
It never works, by the way, Blix. It never works.
Once. One
Except-
time it worked. That's all that
One
matters.
out of
One time
5.
it
You have
worked.
a 15% success rate.
And oh, did it work? Yes.
Yes, but
perfect.
if you feed that into the fractal pattern of like doing the thing with like it
Yeah, I
makes
hold a
sense,
lockpick.
trust me.
Nice. So yes, you are. You get everybody's prepared now. what's
I'm
happening?
gonna help with the lock picking by just going into the lock and telling them which way to turn things.
Passing through the lock, that'll take you one action, but you can if you're smoke, and then after that action, you can kind of give a little bit of of help. It's still kind of, when you think about it, kind of difficult to say, hey, there's the third tumbler, notch from the end is. So yes, an asset, and it'll get you to the other side of the door. So if you want to do that, that'll be your next action. So, and I'm counting down specifically because of the 90 seconds before the MPD
Okay.
shows up. So you've turned into smoke and you're getting ready to go through the lock. Oedipus is prepared and ready to go. And Blix, what are you doing?
Blix is standing there very confused because if we can go through the lock, he wonders why we're trying to pick the door at all.
She smokes, so she can take no physical actions. Like she can't.
She can't.
No, like I get that. It
And I
just
can do
seems
shadow
yeah.
things.
But just not the ability to actually pick the lock.
Or open
and
the
it is
door
an
on the other
analog.
side.
Right. It is. Well, if she turns off the ability, then yeah, why not? But you would have to pay to reactivate it. You couldn't stay smoke wise. So if you want to go through, that is a very quick way to go through.
But
Let's
Mike
go with the
understands it
really
mechanically. Blix is conceptually boggled by it. So yeah.
Nice. So
Blix is always conceptually boggled.
as a math magician,
Like all the gravity here is weird. I don't like
Yep.
it.
Yep. So okay. So you're set for that. Are you guys going to how are you going to do the door there? Lockpick. Again, the sonic grenade is falling at this moment, so we'll talk about that
I
in a second.
assume lockpicking will try, and if it fails, then we can have the smoke, unsmoke, and resmoke.
Mm-hmm.
Or
Now-
I can use my finger guns to cut the lock or something.
Mm-hmm.
Silence. We're going for silence here, Eddie.
Yeah. Lasers
As the
don't
sonic
really
grenade
make a
is
lot
dropping.
of noise.
Yeah, there's
Well,
as the
police. There's
sonic
police coming. There's a grenade that's about to go off, but we want to hide.
It's worked for you guys so far. Again, no one knows that anybody's on the roof. There's chaos already happening, and no one's looking up. This is
I'm
ridiculous.
still not sure what we're gonna do once we get inside because
Yeah, we don't really have
there's MPD here.
Mm-hmm.
No, there's not NPD in the building. It's going to take them a bit to get in the building. Like it's
Not
this
yet,
is,
at least.
like remember, like there are people out. There's a lot of guys outside. There's some guys inside, but we don't want all the guys outside to go inside because then it's far more difficult. So the basic math of this is keep the outside outside, keep the inside inside, and then we got a fighting shot. The MPD is not going to rush in, and I don't think the Cremert are going to let the MPD come in without a fight.
Okay.
At least based on Blix's simulation told us they're going to kill the shit out of each other. So let's take advantage of it.
Yeah, that simulation that you're so sure of. Yep.
Mhm.
Remember?
Blix is
Role
mostly like
playing.
cringing over other people talking about math, but you know.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. You did the math and you got it. Sure.
Yeah, I'm good at math.
just a bunch of numbers, right?
We all went to grade school.
How hard can
Nice.
it be?
Is this the moment also, just remind me if it was part of the plan, where the foot soldiers you guys have in Bottletown are coming in, or?
No,
Okay.
the Bottletown stuff is a contingency plan.
Okay, let me know when that happens, and
Sure.
then we'll do it that way. So, perfect. Okay, let's see. All righty. Okay, yes, the sonic grenade is dropping. How are you getting into this door, which is right next to you guys?
I'm lockpicking it.
Okay.
He's lockpicking it while I'm going through it.
Which sounds like a lot of effort, but I'm going to let you go with it.
Nice. Okay, perfect. So let's roll for that. Just to, this is an analog lock on a warehouse. It's challenging if you didn't know anything, but you can
But
drop it if you need to.
Looks like a Ford Escort or Ford Comet to me. I mean,
Yeah.
you're basically a basic manual lock.
Mm-hmm.
Piece of crap. I kick it twice, just like I do to an Escort.
Kick
Um,
the tires.
and then I spend. Is this intellect?
Hmm.
Okay, then I.
Actually, no. This is speed because it's actual
Oh,
dexterity.
okay, I'll spend 1 level of effort
Mm-hmm.
down. Oh, I need to update
Okay.
too.
So 9 or above.
Okay, apologies to not updating the overlay. Fixing it now. And here we go.
9 or above. 9 or above.
6. I'm gonna spend my last XP
Do it. 9 or above.
for 14.
Excellent.
Nice.
You tell me how you guys get in. Yeah.
Can I resolve the sonic grenade?
Huh?
Can I resolve the sonic grenade?
Oh, in not even half a second, like a millisecond after. Yes, absolutely. As soon as whatever happens here, it's exactly that. We'll go right to that. Okay, so how do you get in? How does it click open?
It swings open and there's like one of those sounds like like singing from above.
Yes,
Like,
beautiful.
and I hold my hands like this and we walk through.
Nice.
A blurb.
That's how I roll.
You have like a blurb that's trying to do an advertisement that flies overhead at times, so you get like that shaft of light too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I need to get that when I'm tier 5 or something. I want a remote
Personal.
control blurb for sound effects and light effects.
Absolutely. Yeah, your own personal soundboard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So as you do that and as your hands go out, that's when we deal with the sonic grenade. Okay. So we've
What
now.
I'm imagining, so
yeah.
what I imagine happening is the MPD has caused many of the people that are outside the building to want to try to swarm inside the building.
That's where they're going.
So as
Yep.
they're rushing in, is one of them, like one of the first guys, has his hand on the door when he notices this shiny object pass in front of his face. So he's
Mhm.
basically staring at it like, what? Or whatever they say in Italian. And
Yep,
that's
yeah,
what's
yeah.
gonna go.
Ma che cosa fa qui? Ma Dio santo, che cazzo è questo? Poof.
It's gonna go. It's gonna go off. It's gonna do things. So sonic grenades are, it's
Yep.
still explosive, but it's not. It's like a.
Mhm.
It's like a radius sound. So it's gonna buckle the door a little bit, just enough. It's gonna kind of jam the door closed, and it's gonna push back the group of however many you decide, Cormerta, that had gotten close enough. They were sort of trying to come into the door, as well as set off some car alarms as it bops out.
Got it. Okay, so roll a d6 just to see, of course. Roll a d6 just to see the level. So it's d6 plus 2. So just a
Okay.
basic d6.
I got a 1.
Okay, so it's a level 3 sonic grenade. Anyone in immediate range suffers damage equal to the cipher's level from the concussive blast. So all, let's say the 5 people closest to the door, and yes, including the poor individual who actually saw it come down and start yelling in Italian, take 3 points of damage, and are knocked back, their ears ringing, a little bit of blood or petroleum, I guess, coming out of their ears, and 5 of them are out. The others that see this are also, knocked, not back on their backs, but certainly feel the force of the blast. And now chaos is going to start going crazy, and the next round we're going to see how much chaos this causes. But yes, you heard a nice big one of those, like if you remember when you were in a pool or a swimming pool as a kid, and your shitty older cousin does this thing where right next to your face, and it feels like a so it's a concussive blast that you can feel inside. Okay.
Please tell me it blows out the windows on the Ferrari.
Yes, it does. Yes. I'll say that there are 5 of them have been knocked down, the people. So I'll say those 5 people were the ones parked closest. So 5, there's a Ferrari, there's a Lamborghini, there's even some other specific really fancy cars. But yeah, they have their windows blown in. Okay. Door is open. All of you guys, it's going to take about 1 action for you guys to all get in and get to the point where you're inside, looking down onto the inside of the warehouse. So that's going to be 1 action. So that's fine. And I'm going to say that again, so much chaos, including the outside stuff, I'm not even going to they don't see you. So you guys are in, and you see chaos inside. There's 3 or 4 of the other capo, or the capi, the other bosses, that are in a circle around Grande Fratello, blocking harm with their own bodies, yelling orders at their lieutenants. And this this is the point where you guys see what you couldn't see before and what Spaz couldn't see before. There is a Methra Tech mecha suit that is MPD model, but it's been painted red with Ferrari emblems. So you have a mech that's actually in the Tetra mech, and it is ready, and it starts looking around, and it doesn't see you right now, but it is scanning back and forth, and again, a Tetra mech is, it's a gigantic mech suit. MPD uses it all the time.
So
In
it's
fact-
usually a person inside a mech suit?
Correct. Without a doubt, the most terrifying piece of urban combat equipment in existence. The Tetra mech suit is deployed when a maximum firepower and mobility is called for. It is capable of easily dismantling light armor vehicles using its pair of linked 12.7 millimeter guns. It can stomp through 12-inch concrete barricades and maneuver in any direction without taking its sight off a target. Under the control of a skilled mech suit driver, which you see, some little, Guido with a little handlebar mustache, which I love.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, you got the style. I'll give you an asset to dealing with these. Okay, last part. These behemoths are only used by the most powerful megacorps to protect their critical assets and corporate motive power structure, or by the Manchester Police Department to suppress armed revolt. Okay, it's moving back and forth. It does not see you, but you have a tetramech.
All right,
All
so
right.
we should save the Chimerica.
Is
From
the
the-
pilot of the mech visible?
Yes, correct. And similar to like aliens, you can see them actually inside
Okay.
Ripley's, power suit there.
What are you thinking, Blix?
Blix is going to use sense Vurt nature.
Good. Okay. Go for it. Is that a cost or a roll?
It's a cost. You pick up waves of Vurt like a radio antenna. If you concentrate on a person within short range for 1 round, you will know if they are part or pure Vurt.
Okay. So you're concentrating for this 1 round on the pilot?
There's a second half of it, which is really the reason that I was messing with it.
Okay.
Where'd it go? If you are attacked before the start of your next turn, the attempt will fail.
Ooh.
So, he may be Vurt, he may not. Cool if he is, but otherwise,
Right
a
on.
little bit of self-defense.
Hell yes. Okay. So you're focusing specifically on the pilot, and I'm with that. Okay. So that's that round for you. Round for Smoke. What's you're still Smoke, correct? Or
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Again, with Smoke, you don't have to climb stairs. You literally
Yeah, I can just like float up to the ceiling.
Wow.
Or could you say maybe float up to a giant mech and like hijack it?
In through the air vents.
Yeah.
I mean, I could just float in there and then like turn to not smoke and see what happens.
Could that kill you?
That's
I'm not sure how your abilities tie together. It's like, can you use Shadow Fuck when you're Smoke?
Yeah, actually,
yeah.
I can use my shadow abilities. I cannot use any physical abilities.
correct. So
Oh.
that's a twofer. Like if you're able to get in and do that, you bet.
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
gonna go.
That's Smoke's
yeah.
problem then. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm just gonna go. Like I'm gonna float up to the ceiling and move over behind him and float in the back through the cracks in the robo.
Got it. Okay, so that'll take you 1 action to get there. Yeah, and to get in, your next action would be a separate shadow power. Okay, so that's 1 action to get there. So you guys see again this smoke just kind of floating and go straight straight towards this tetramech, which is huge. Blix is focusing also, on the pilot, making this. Chester, what's Chester up to?
I think that Char was going to do it. I'm going to Smoke. You have smoke. You have shadow fuck.
Yeah.
Okay. Then never mind. You're doing what I was going to do, so I'm going to do something else.
Oh, can we remind the kids at home there what shadow fuck is?
So, on a
While we're
success,
sitting here throwing out profanities at everyone, let's
like,
explain what
Yeah.
they mean.
like on a successful attack roll, a shadow character, shadow person,
Mhm.
essentially pours all their self into a person's being and disables them.
Mhm.
They're unable to take any actions or move, and at the end of the round, they're going to take 4 points of damage. You can hold your grip on that person for up to 3 rounds, but each round it gets more and more difficult to do so.
Mhm.
So,
Yep, and that comes again directly from Jeff Noon's the first book in the series, Vurt. One of the main characters has the ability. It's called Shadow Fuck, and it is crazy powerful. So,
but I'm going to be, so I'm going to do, for getting prepared for what might come next, I'm going to do partially there. So you're going to watch as Chester's primarily like dog and fur body sort of just seems to become smoke. Not as smoky as smoke, but still sort of shadowy as my flesh becomes ethereal.
mhm.
It's going to cost me 3 might to activate, which is really just 2,
Mhm.
thanks to effort. And
Good.
then update stream overlay. And that takes an action. So that's my turn.
Perfect.
Is just to prepare myself for getting shot.
Got it. So one of them, the math magician, is super focused, laser eyes on the pilot. Smoke has turned, or is already smoke, and is floating right towards and is reaching the Methratech at this moment. Chester has had the smoke come out of the eyes or ears or whatever, and now has gone from standing there at the top to maybe he's there, maybe he's not. It's a perfect type of smoke screen, and you're set. Oedipus, what's the plan for you as
Is
you see
there-
all this happening?
Is there any way I can get close to the mech without being seen as well from behind?
No, unfortunately, it's on. You guys are. It's across. It's not far. It's not like at the opposite end, but it's on the left-hand side.
I might just hold my action and see what happens because I don't want to get killed yet.
You could do a spin identity thing. You're not
Interact
hostile yet.
You need You would need to, one, call attention to yourself, and two, have people pay attention. Again, there's a lot of chaos. You would feel that'd be kind of rough, but it is a possibility.
Yeah. What's the group consensus here?
Stay quiet until we have the mech under control.
Okay. I can also help with that if I can get close enough to the driver. So.
Okay, so you're holding your action. Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, now it's their action. Now this first one was free, so again, too much chaos for anybody to react more than to be scanning the room. Now we're back at the top of the next round, and at this point, the Methratech, or the mech pilot there, sees smoke coming towards, he's not figuring out what's going on yet, but he sees you coming towards and starting to enter in. Let's resolve Blix's perfect. Let's resolve Blix's possibility here. You do not sense Vurt at all, but you're ready if you need to be. Kind of thing.
I'm kind of tall and in bright red, and I have no issue with like stepping forward and ta-da.
Right, pretty much. Yes. And again, the smoke, the pilot can actually see where it's coming from and towards. So it's, you guys are, yeah.
I
So
should have made a stealthy action.
well, again, with this much chaos happening, yeah, it's crazy. So now, and the Methratech is going to act last in this round here. You've held your action Oedipus, is there anything you can see that the pilot has seen the smoke coming up and knows that a little bit farther on is a math magician in bright red going, "Hey," as usual.
Hey, assholes!
Yeah.
Ta-da!
Yeah. Yeah. So you can
so-
continue to hold. Up to you.
Yeah, well, can I do a quick change? I feel like the amount of the deceiving that I do, I feel like my track jacket is reversible,
Yes.
and I pull it
Yes.
inside out, and it looks like a sport coat. So that's all I'm gonna do. Real
I'll buy
quick.
that. Nice. So before anybody, including the mech pilot, has seen you flip it out, all of a sudden you, as a speaker, who can spin identity well, and all that other stuff, of course you would have that. You look like you got a sports jacket on now.
Skin jacket.
Yep. You look slick. All right. Let's see. Is it Chester? Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Before the Methrotech, they'll act last.
Okay. I'm going to. So partially theirs activated. I'm going to. Well, how many besides the Metrotech and the 4 bosses who are surrounding the Dawn? What
Right.
else is in the warehouse? What other what Chimera do we have?
Oh, there are 15, say 20 people around the table to begin with. 4 of them are blocking. There's 1 in the middle. So there's another 15 Chromerta, different dawns and bosses from different regions running. Some of them are running towards the door. Some of them are grabbing PDFs to make quick calls to the guys outside. The sound of the sonic grenade in front of the entrance door means that everybody else now is running towards the back door, which is towards you guys and under to go through. So they're running towards you. That's where the chaos is happening because the sonic grenade was dropped in front of.
They're running towards us.
Correct.
Okay. So
Most of them. Some of them, again, there's 2 or 3 bumping into each
Because
other.
the cops haven't shown up yet, right?
Yep. And you can hear the sirens getting louder. It was 90 seconds. Now you're down to probably about little over a minute if you're lucky.
so they're actually running, like they are going to see us in a turn when they run towards us, is what you're saying? Or
Yeah,
I
they'll see
think
you
we're
guys-
over.
Yeah, they'll see you guys almost like, again, imagine almost like a big box area, and along the top perimeter there's a stairwell and pathways that kind of skirt the top, and then a stairwell that goes down, and then of course the door that goes up onto the roof. So
Okay.
they'll see you, but they'll be passing about 10 meters below you, maybe less, but 20 feet below you as they're coming through the back entrance. Front entrance you guys took care of with the drop.
So we
Or the-
could block up the back entrance.
Why?
You still have time.
I want them to leave.
Oh, you want them?
Yeah, there's 20 of them. There's 4 of us. But I want to stop the Dawn from going anywhere. So I'm going to.
It's funny. I have an idea for that.
Yeah, I bet. Stasis.
No spoilers.
Oh, that's God damn it! Everyone has better stuff than me.
You're
And
right.
you could have taken a robot leg.
Yeah. Says the guy with the
I'm gonna so in this turn where they still can't see me, I'm going to activate Fury, which gives me an additional for the next minute. All melee. That's melee. That's not really worthful.
They're headed your way, right? Like,
No, they're headed underneath us. So I'm just going to hide. So I
You
need to
could
get.
jump down and shadow fuck him.
I want to get. So if we're, I want to
Put it
use
on
my.
that leg.
I want to use my action to. Oh, can I do this? Oh,
Probably.
okay. This is perhaps terrible.
I'm a fan.
Okay, so we're going to do this. We're going to take a hostage. We're going to try to end this quick. So I'm going to use control the field, which will let me immediately move to any target in range. And it's a free action for me, and I want to control the field, so I'm right behind the Don, and there is now a Vorpal pistol to the Don's temple, and I'm just holding him steady.
I'll definitely allow as long as there is a speed test just to see how amazing or poorly you do.
Okay.
I'm with that. It'll take you 2 actions actually to get down, even if you jump, you can get down there. It'll take you 2 actions, because you're above. You can either go down the stairwell and towards. It'll take you 2 actions to get to the table itself, but you'll be hidden the entire time. So.
Okay.
Yeah. So you want to take this action to get there and then do that in the next one?
Sure.
Okay.
Now,
As you're going down, you can see that they're in place. The 4 of them blocking him are making sure he stays there because they don't know what's going on yet. So you feel good about it.
Okay.
we could try the bullshit route with
We
me.
are. Just wait till we have the hostage.
says the speaker.
Just wait till we have the hostage.
Fine.
Nice.
So okay. So speed. I need a speed roll.
You will once you get there.
Okay.
We'll resolve it on the next one.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. I think it's Oedipus, right? You've held the action, but you've seen everything that's happening right now.
I have no idea how I can contribute to this madness right now. I'm gonna start trying to get closer to them without being seen.
Okay.
The
Let's.
first floor.
I'll
Sorry.
say that with this much chaos happening, I'll say that honestly, and smoke coming towards it. Yeah, you can make it to the ground. You can make it down the stairwell before the approaching people arrive. You want to do that?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so you're set yourself up there. Smoke, you are now in range of the Methrotech pilot.
Okay.
So if you have, I can't remember if Shadowfuck was it's a cost, correct? It's a activation cost.
Right. It's 4 intellect.
Okay, great. Oh wow. Well, of course.
Yeah.
Of course, makes sense. Okay.
So I have to make an attack roll.
Correct.
So
It's
let's
demanding.
see.
It's demanding, but it's okay. I mean, you feel.
I can do it. I can make an attack roll. Of course, this has to be like an intellect attack roll because I can only use shadow powers.
Correct. Absolutely. Absolutely.
So I will use. I'm going to use. Oh, that's not really an attack. I was going to use disorient foe. My attack is mind punch.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to blast up to 3 targets. So
Sorry. Are you using Shadowfuck or Mind Punch?
well, to make an attack, I have to use a shadow attack.
But smoke.
Or do I just make a roll?
Is your attack?
Yep.
Right. Like
as long as it's int based, any basic int based roll will count for that. You don't have to specify attack. Since it's int based, it will be a shadow. That's just to see again how if you do really well or perhaps.
Okay.
So just a regular int.
So just a regular int attack.
Mm-hmm. And demanding, so 9 or above.
All right, I'll spend a level of effort on it.
Mm-hmm. 6 or above.
And let's see. Drop my int down 1 and 19.
Hey, okay. Extra or minor effect there. Let's see. What do you think a good minor effect would be? Again, the attack itself is not only successful, but you can add a little something else. What do you think would be good?
I wanna cause him to like move his gun towards the capos. Like I can't like, make him fire it yet, but just to like aim it at them.
Absolutely. Done. Okay, minor effect is all of a sudden, and they see it too, and they look around. The Methrotech's supposed to be, I guess protecting them. All of a sudden has its twin cannons on. Now it is the. Has everybody resolved? Yes. Yes. Okay. Now it's the Methrotech's turn, but again, he's now turned the guns over towards all the copy. And now the Tethra lowers itself into a forward posture and launches a barrage of gas canisters which explode, filling the area with tear gas. Any characters that breathe, which is, I think, yeah, it is all of you, no pure robos, are affected by the gas for 30 minutes or until counteracted. Increase the difficulty of all tasks by 2 steps. So
I think I need to breathe in this form.
it's dropped. You do not need to breathe in this form. Absolutely.
Wait.
Neither do pure robos.
Smoke, did you not shadow fuck the pilot last turn?
Yeah, I did.
That's what it did.
The pilot.
Mm-hmm.
What? Okay.
Yeah. So the
Pilot
pilot
shouldn't be
is
able-
out of commission right now, certainly not opening fire on you guys, and now has the cannons chased. But it did, and almost certainly this is something that was launched, before this happened, a barrage of gas canisters. So it's not coming out of the actual cannons. It has gas canisters. So it's part of it's like a riot control. It does the gas canisters and then it opens fire.
Okay.
But that happened. And also remember, no pure robos do not need to breathe, and the
The
capo,
Chimera are all pure robo.
almost all of them, and certainly those 4 surrounding him and the main capo, Grande Fratello. He's also pure robo. So they're as freaked out as anybody else at this point, but at least this gas is not going to hurt them, and it hasn't hit you guys yet in this round, but by next round, that you're either going to be breathing it in or in a world of hurt. Okay, top of the next combat round. Now, at this point, you even inside the building with all the chaos and gas canisters and yelling in Italian and all this stuff, the MPD is getting closer and closer and closer. Probably 45 seconds left, 45 seconds.
And the pilot takes 4 intellect damage.
Absolutely. Good. Yes. And is beyond confused. Okay. Yes. Okay. Top of the round here. Let's go in the same order we did before. It was, I believe, Blix, correct? Was that?
Yep. Blix,
Okay,
then Chester, then Smoke, then Eddie.
Perfect. Let's do it.
Okay. So,
Okay.
should I be trying to? Sorry, it's a table talk question. Are we
Mhm.
trying to take this guy alive or what?
I feel like we need to get out of here soon.
But I think stasising the mech might be a more useful.
No, I'm in
mech,
there.
Mech is a little too big for stasis, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'd have to stasis the pilot, and if I stasis the pilot, then Smoke can't keep
Mhm.
messing with him. It
Mhm.
it protects him as
In
well
fact,
as stops
in
him.
fact, you would stasis her at the same time just
Yeah.
because she's in his brain more than his brain. Yeah.
So yeah, should
Mhm.
I try to stasis the boss dude or just try to blow somebody the hell up?
This is the boss dude. I think
Well,
we're
Chet-
trying to take him hostage.
Well, Chester tried to like grab him or something.
I will be. You can see me like I am sneaking my way to grab him.
Okay.
Uh,
Let's be explicit here. What was your plan? Did
my plan is to take a hostage.
and
So
then?
I haven't figured out. And then
I love it.
Chester, he's
Go
only thought
Boomers!
one step. He has thought one step ahead.
I love how we spent so much time
Okay.
planning, and we have no idea like,
I love
what to
it.
do once we get here.
Would you expect any less?
No.
Yeah, no, okay. Then Blix is just gonna look at the boss man in the middle there, assuming I have line of sight on him. hopefully
Mhm.
from here where I'm at,
Mhm.
and just double finger guns, like stay cool, like just,
Yeah, nice.
Wait. No finger guns. Trademark. Trademark.
I've got a different number of fingers, so like it's not
That's
nearly
true.
the same thing.
That's true.
It's derivative at best.
Nice.
I'll allow it.
Hey,
Well, here's my lawyer.
it's
next
either
time.
that or I go back to my corner and you guys do this while I huff feathers. Okay.
Fine.
It doesn't
Can't
sound
huff
too
feathers
bad.
without me.
Uh,
A
Yes.
little curl of smoke peeks out of the thing and says, "You can't huff feathers without me."
Just like
Actually,
just pats
Alex,
that inside pocket in his trackie. Like,
yes, you got your sheriff or your Barney Fife. What is it? Mandel bullet, your fractal bullet there, in your pocket.
and I got my tobacco box with the single feather hidden inside it there.
I know.
can I ask a table talk question that is kind of weird? But what level would you say the Don is, and what level would say the pilot be?
The pilot is usually like a thug, so I mean, mechanically speaking, we're looking between 4 and 5 without getting too specific, like a thug kind of thing. The Dawn, you don't know unless you would actually, there's a particular way to assess.
Okay.
Yeah. But you can guess that most likely, they look pretty well, or he looks pretty well armored, but you don't see any guns on any of them. They're just backing up like this.
Okay.
In fact, no one sees any guns on anybody with the scramble. Does anybody have any Vurt world, real world? Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna say this. Oedipus has seen so many feathers, especially the B movie feathers about mafiosi and everything. You feel like you're an expert, even if it's a fake expert thing. But you remember so many of these mafioso, good feathers. Yeah, I said it.
You
That
got there first.
yeah, exactly.
No XP.
that- Yep. Yeah. Ooh. They have to kind of, in any of these kind of meetings, you give your guns to a third part or somebody else. So no one's sitting around with guns at the meeting. So everybody, including the Dawn, in these movies and these feathers and things that you've experienced, that's kind of thing. So you all of a sudden realize that's why nobody's sitting out and just, pulling people off left and right or has their guns drawn. So that's in the situation. Okay. Next is, I think, Chester, correct?
Yeah, and so this is
Yes.
my at this point, like I'm pressed against a wall, and my primary job is to get up to the Don and
Mhm.
get a Vorpal pistol to his forehead. I assume this is speed.
Yeah.
Um,
That's
so-
gutsy as hell.
I'm going to spend all the effort. I will spend. See, I got 2 heads, so I'll spend. That's 8. Yeah, I'm going to spend 4 levels of effort because I'm
Good.
tier 4 now, so I can do that.
2.
I also have stealth as an asset. Trained in stealth, trained in running, and I'm trained in intimidation. Plus, I have control of the field, which is free. So basically, like I can get to him for free. I just need to grapple him.
Yeah. Which will be a basic, tier 4. I mean, you're that badass. Let's lean into it. It'll be a basic speed roll just
Mhm.
for major success or not. But yeah, simple or above. You roll a 3 or above, you can get there and do what you at least need to do. But you do understand that, and Chester definitely understands the 4 around there. Like you can get to that point, and you're going to hope that they back off, and yeah, that's the hope. Okay, so roll a speed,
10.
intellect. You want to re-roll?
Sure. Use my last
I would.
XP.
I was gonna say 12 or above. 12 or above.
Well, oh, you said it was okay.
It started out as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's still difficult.
I got a 4 on that one. Does anyone have any XP to help me here?
I'm tapped out.
I'll give you one.
Okay. Okay, go for it. Last re-roll possible. 12 or
3.
above. Okay. Okay. Yes, you get there. This is at the end of your particular moment there. You get through the four. You hold the vorpal pistol to the temple. His eyes go wide. The four of them back away now, turn around, and all four of them are ready to jump you on the next round. So that's where you're at. Yes, you succeeded, kind of, but you have four really angry Robomen capo looking at you. Okay, and we'll resolve that in a second.
Duck behind the Don because nothing can hurt him.
Well, no, that's so it's hostage taking. So it would have been like it's not just like Chester's behind the Don.
You're in the middle. Yeah, you're in the middle, surrounded in all four corners with people ready to jump, but not knowing if they jump that they're gonna. So yeah,
that's my fault for not specifying exactly what Chester was trying to do. But all right.
So you're trying to get in the middle of it, or what?
No, I'm trying to get. It's like trying to get behind him so that my gun is to his temple and I've got him by an arm. So I've got him in front of me as a shield.
Right, but
Right, but there's people
on all four
circled around him.
Oh.
So you can you can weave your way in, basically pushing through and getting in, but you're no matter what, you're always going to be surrounded on four sides. So if you want to go in to do that, you can. Otherwise, does that sound good?
Yeah, I do.
Love it.
It played out as it played out. Let's see how badly I die.
I'm with that. Good. Well, you're in a position of power in a certain sense. Okay. Let's see. Oedipus. Is that no? Sorry, Smoke. You're next. All right.
I am going to try and maintain this shadow fuck on him. So the activation cost is free. And so it's just the attack roll. So let's see.
Wow, this Tetramech, the minute it starts really fighting, no one's safe. You've managed to cut off the bad end here. Okay.
All right. So this. I'll do another 2 levels of effort to attack.
Then
the 5 minus 2 is 3 points.
9 or above. If you're down to demanding. No, sorry, 6 or above. If you dropped to 3, yes, standard.
Can I use being specialized in empathy as part of this attack?
Probably
Just
not.
Messing with his head.
You're already messing with his head enough, I think. Yeah. Yeah. So 6 or above, it's down to standard.
19.
Excellent. Let's say for your minor effect, a good one. Let's say a good thing would be you're going to get one more. You get one more round where if you want to continue this, it's going to be one step easier if you want to continue it.
Yes.
Like you figured out what really messes with his mind the most.
Nice.
Perfect. Okay. Now, as you're doing that and stopping it from opening fire on everybody again, Oedipus, what are you up to?
I'm not totally sure what I can do here. So the 4 dudes are surrounding the Don, right?
With Chester having somehow, with all the smoke, weaved his way in between all 4, and all of a sudden the person they had totally surrounded is now with a gun at their head and they don't know what to do.
I'm gonna walk up to them real quietly and trying to decide what kind of bullshit to spin, and there's so many options, but they're all bad.
I love that you're playing the speaker level to the nth degree. I love the fact that bullets are flying, there's a Tetramech, and you're like, how can I bullshit these people?
Okay. First, so as I'm starting to walk up, I'm gonna slowly just quietly slip that feather in my mouth. And take it out again.
And you're wearing the blazer too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm going to say that I'm going to yell in Italian. Everybody, stand back! I'm the organization's best hostage negotiator.
Okay. Nice.
That is not what I expected you to do.
And I'm totally spinning identity for 2 points of in.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that. Yeah. It's exactly, and their eyes, again, there's confusion and then there's confusion, and you've just taken them to the next level.
Yeah, I start explaining, this man is very dangerous. Can't you tell? Back off. Quickly.
All right. Yeah. So, and of course you're saying this in perfect Italian. Yeah, lasci tutti, ma siamo molto pericoloso, blah, blah, blah. Perfect. Your hands are even going up at the right time.
Of course.
A whole bunch of this,
without hands.
and a whole bunch. So it's perfect. They believe you. You spent the points, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. We'll resolve that.
That is the most unexpected.
Good.
Here's an idea.
Okay, so now the Tetramech's turn, and then also the foot soldiers inside, sorry, the mafiosi, the Cromerta. First is the mech, and you've held him because of the minor effect. He's once again, one more round, unable to do anything. At this point, the gas canisters have spread everywhere. So all of you at this point, from here on out, everything is dropped 2 levels if you're breathing. You're not at the moment smoke, but the minute you come back, you will be. Okay, so that's that. So there's now smoke everywhere. Visibility is also down. So even those are sight, you're down at a -1 anyway. So that is that. That pilot is still confused. Okay, the 4 people around, the 4 people protecting Grande Fratello are buying your bullshit story.
Are they dropping their guns? Or they're
they don't have guns. They don't have guns, but they are stepping away like this, and they're starting to question you. And now they're all talking at the same time at you, and you can understand it, but it's just a whole bunch of, what the fuck.
I'm gonna yell silence in Italian.
Nice.
Silenzio.
Nice. Sta zitto, which is shut the fuck up. It really is.
That.
Sta zitto. So sta zitto cazzi, and they're all like, okay. And they stop, and that's
spread out.
Yep, that's my big GM action for that time, which got my 2. Okay, now top of the round. At this point, maybe half a minute before MPD is here. We're at the top of the round. Smoke, you can tell at this point that the pilot is really, at this point, trying to
he also
kick you
gets
out.
4 more points of damage
Exactly.
at the end of last round.
Exactly.
Can you make him jump out or something?
No, I just make him seize up while he's fighting this invasion in his entire body.
Yeah.
Fair
It's
enough.
less like puppet and more like just a debilitating, absolutely destroying your
I'm just ripping him apart from the inside.
Yep. And he's yelling in Italian. Cries in Italian. Yes. Okay. He does not do another barrage of canisters because you have him under control. Okay, top of the round. Blix. Now again, 30 seconds left for the MPD. You know that you're a few actions before this place is swarming.
I clicked the button on my mic. I am not entirely sure what I should do until I see what happens with Edifice's gambit
hold.
here. Yeah,
Hold action, no problem. Okay, Chester.
Okay, so I have a hostage negotiator.
And they've been told to stand down, and for some reason they're looking at you like you are, Jack the Ripper. Absolute, they've been convinced that you're a badass who should not be.
Maybe you should take him out of here, and we run away with the hostage. That could be a plan.
That's kind of the
Jack Terrier the Ripper.
That's my plan. So Chester's going to do 2 things. He's got the Vorpal pistol pointed right at the dog's forehead.
Right.
He's going to reach into his jacket He's going to pull his sonic grenade. He's just going to hold it up. It's like, we're just going out the back door. Everyone stays quick. Your Don's going to come back to you good and alive. Make a move and I'll survive this. You might not.
Some of them speak enough English to know what the fuck you're saying. The rest of them are loud and clear on body language. So yeah, it's
No, Oedipus can
I
translate.
can do a live translation, and then like as he's kind of saying
yes.
that stuff, I'll be like, give him space, spazio, spazio.
That's actually right. Yes, absolutely. Yes, okay. Which makes you look even more badass as you're growling.
And as I'm the last thing, at the end of that sentence, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna need a ride. I'm gonna let the group figure out how to deal with that. But
Got it. Okay. Got it. Smoke. As you're seeing all this happen, and you still have one more round. You'd have to roll now to continue, but it's easier.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay in here because fuck this guy.
You lock
I'm
down.
gonna walk out in a mech.
Yes, that could be a ride.
Wow.
a little showy, I think.
If we want to steal a car from out front, we still got to get rid of the guys out there.
Guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Yes. So you're going to continue. So roll for it again. Again, just a basic intellect or int, and it's one easier. So now just 9 or above without effort.
Okay, I'm gonna spend effort again. Two levels.
Okay, down to 3 or above.
Let's see. That's 5 points. And 1, 2, 5,
So that should be a 12.
9.
Okay.
Good thing I spent effort.
Yep. You continue on, although you can feel that the pilot is more and more as time goes on, as these rounds tick on, he's gonna try and get himself back. But right now you have him under control. He's not releasing gas canisters. He's not opening up fire. And yeah, he's a dribbling, drooling mess. Oedipus.
Yeah, he's almost to 12 damage here.
Yeah. Actually, one more, and you can feel his energy going. You know that one more little thing, and he's in a bad way, without a doubt.
I'm gonna slowly get closer to Chester, and kind of like my hand, like okay, you scary man, let me approach you cautiously, and I look like a badass to these 4 other dudes that are like, holy shit, he's getting closer. I'm gonna try to get as close to Chester as I can in case we need to both get the fuck out of here.
Got it.
I'm gonna hold, if I have anything left to tap on, I'm gonna hold that action, but I think that might be my action.
Actually, you can get there. No, yeah, you can get there. If you want to move with him or move farther, that would be an action. Otherwise, you can get to him, say that, and still hold your action.
Yeah, I'm just kind of standing closer to him, and I start. I think I'm gonna start coming up with basically like slow down bullshit with a lot of words that are not common in English.
Nice.
Which I should know as a speaker. I start like using fancy words and non sequiturs and other things that I can say that are fancy.
Yeah. Dante quotes, basically.
Yes.
Got it. Okay. So yeah, you're lasciare ogni speranza tutte che entrate, and they're like, ooh, he's smart.
That's
now.
me. Right
now we are at a point where you're now every action from here on. Oh, sorry, Blix, you still have your held action. Sorry. If there's anything to do that's specific.
I think it was kind of a joke before about doing the like blast of like modem staticky noise to be like he just wants to shout like, you heard him, get the hell out of here. Kind of,
okay.
Try to, shout,
Perfect.
Try to drive those guys out, like Chester was saying.
Okay. Do you have either intimidation or probably not?
I don't have a particular skill in them. I have an inability in persuasion and charm.
Okay. Well, persuasion. So let's say, just for the hell of it, roll. This is an int roll. You just have to hit a 9 or above to make the sound right. It's demanding, if that.
Is it stepped up with gas canisters? Same
After
team,
this
same
next
team.
round.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will spend 2 levels of effort,
Okay. Down to 3. Yep.
which gets knocked off with edge.
Mm-hmm.
So, so I'm like 3 or above, right?
Mhm.
Okay. 18.
Excellent. You do exactly that, and you also see that you have a perfect sight of the back door and going out. Obviously, now everybody knows where you can go at this point. The
Yep.
front, the mech is in
Yeah,
front of the front.
it's all dented and stuff up there too, right? Like,
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay, so now we are on to the mechs. Now he's been controlled there, but he's going to shoot. He can't. He's controlled. He can't.
Yeah.
Okay. By next one maybe he can. So I'm gonna say that with all the chaos and with this, you can feel, by the way, at this point you realize he does have some shadow in him as well, so he's probably a robo-shad. So he's really pushing back, and you feel like probably next round it's either going to be extremely difficult to keep him locked into this shadow fuck, or he's going to buck it, and the shadow's going to come over. He's going to take care of business. So you're at that point with him. So that's his action. The others, the 4 surrounding, I'm going to say that one of them is too stupid to listen to what's going on, and one of them is going to take a shot at Chester, who's behind, you're well positioned. It's not that difficult, but you're going to make a dodge right now,
Okay.
Chester. This is a coming out of his finger, so he has the similar kind of like finger guns there. This is not an arm. Or it's coming out of his arm technically, and it's a small laser. This is not ballistic. He doesn't have his big guns.
He
Okay.
better not be using finger guns, or he'll hear from my lawyer.
Little TM every time you do it.
Okay. I will spend. Yeah, I'm not gonna. Let's see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
D-
Over above.
what? 19.
Excellent. Tell me what the minor effect you think would be good.
Um,
Oh, good.
I'm going to learn. It says my minor effect is learn something unexpected but useful.
Okay.
I would like. What would he? So if this guy takes a shot at me and just misses wildly,
Right.
that shot's going to go somewhere fun.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to freak people out. So I'm going to let you decide that. Like the bullet is going to it's going to miss me by a way, but it's going to travel somewhere into the warehouse that's going to do something which is of usefulness to Chester.
Perfect. It flies right by your dog ear. You can almost smell the singed hair as it goes by. It's a laser. It's not a projectile, technically. And it over, and you turn just briefly to look, and it hits exactly on the lock on the back door, and blows it off, and the back door opens up just like this, and you can see the Ginnel outside, you can see the street outside, and now the sounds of the MPD arriving are really loud. And so but you now have an unlocked door behind you, an escape route. So
Handy.
that's very cool. Okay, next is, I believe, Smoke. Is that correct? No, sorry, that was you resolving their attack.
Yep.
Okay. Now, we are in the last round before the
You guys
MPD.
gotta take 4 damage first.
He does. Now, wait, so that's 16 total, right? 3. 12.
Yeah, this should be 12.
This is 12. So he's down 15, so he's lost all of his might. You can see him start to drool more. Let's say, since you're in his head, migraine. The migraine, like he's never had before. He's yelling in pain, and you're Yeah, you're in his head. He's, damn it. Yes. Now he does. Yeah, if you want to control him again, you can do that on the next one. But it's again, that's where he's at. At this point, because we've been 3 rounds in with the Methra tech, the tech, the mech itself is going to realize that there's a problem with the pilot itself, the connection. So this is now around where the tech or the mech is recognizing that the connection, because this is a driver who plugs in kind of thing, so they're connected to it. The next round, the mech's going to start acting for itself, and you can feel it by being in his head. That's where he's at. Okay, and he's, again, the migraine is going to cause him to be ineffective anyway, but it sounds like the mech's going to take over for him. All right, and that's next round. Okay, top of the round with the MPD, 1 action away from the front door with an open door in the back, at least for now. What are you guys up to? Blix? And again, with the MPD arriving.
Oh, that's later. Yeah, no, that guy who like shot at Chester, I am unhappy with. So I'm going to force point at that guy.
Beautiful. Do it.
He's
and he's already at a disadvantage.
Yeah,
so.
Let's do
and
difficulty
it's
mass here.
It's 2 steps lower for you now.
2 steps.
Gas.
Right, it's 2 steps
harder.
more difficult.
Sorry, it's 2 steps harder.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I will go ahead and spend all 4 levels of effort. I'll spend 3 to reduce the difficulty, which will only end up bringing it back down for the 2 that are bad, and then down 1 more, and 1 level of effort towards damage.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Up 1. This. 9. Okay.
So it's 1 step down from whatever it would have been to start with.
Normally would.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Right. This worked last time. My luck's changed for this spell. All right. Yes. I got XP. Not a problem. it was an 8.
You didn't roll a 1, did you?
That's-
Okay, good.
I rolled an 8. Yeah.
Okay.
That's a great ability.
Okay. 16.
Okay. Yes, absolutely. So force point. Yeah.
Yeah, 4 points of damage. Armor reduces as normal, but it had a level of effort to up it to the next level.
Yep. And this is for the one who shot past, right?
Yeah, the one who
Okay.
actually opened fire.
Okay. He, especially with force point, and the fact that he's a pure robo, he crumbles in a certain part of his chest there, and he goes down clutching his chest. You've hit several, main parts of the circuitry there, and he is down and he's clutching his chest. It's their version of a heart attack. For a pure robo. So they're just clutching, waiting for it to come back. Can't, there's no input on the left side coming in kind of thing. So it's bad, and you almost feel bad. Okay.
Do they know that Blix
and Blix will shout out, "No."
Yes, exactly. No. Nice. And which is also Italian. Lucky for you.
Did they know that Blix did this, or?
No, this is like crunching. It looks like a heart attack. There's too much chaos happening. And force point is...
Before Chester takes his turn, I'm going to yell that, "You fools, he knows telekinesis, his mind bullets.
Nice.
Be careful.
Nice.
Get back."
Okay.
I'll let Chester do his thing.
Okay. So they're, I guess, guessing that this is you, Chester, and you're up.
This is Chester's just like, he's got the sonic grenade in one arm, he's got the pistol in another. It's like, spin and walk to the door.
Mm-hmm.
Was that to the Dawn or to the other guys?
To the Dawn.
He understands enough of the situation without the language barrier, and he does what you say. He does what you say. Yeah. So you have him under control at this point, and at least at this point. -2. Roll for it anyway. It's going to be demanding, but that's because it's because of the smoke. because remember these canisters have already gone. Everything's
Okay.
two-step.
Oh yeah, because you look slightly less badass while you're coughing and
I
choking.
do have, so I am trained in intimidation. So if it's mine, like that should.
Take it down to 1. Yep,
Okay. So
absolutely.
here we go.
9 or above. It's not that difficult. It's just
I got a 4.
okay.
But I don't have any. I got nothing. So
Okay. Wow.
Anybody has
Okay.
anything left?
what?
Does anybody have anything left? Just for,
I do. I'll give you one.
Okay. Here we go.
Okay.
Rolling again.
don't roll left.
I got a 1.
Oh, shit.
Oh, never mind.
Yes. Yes. Okay.
I'm taking my XP back.
Okay. So here's what's happening. As far as you're concerned, you're following Blick's plan. The Blick's, did all the math for, and you're doing everything correct. And he's walking towards the door, and things seem to be going well. And we're gonna resolve that in just a second. But as far as you're concerned, you did what you're supposed to. Okay, shit. Okay, Smoke. This one here.
Something had to go wrong. You've been doing too
did.
well.
It sure did. Okay, so Smoke, at this point, you're going to have to, because it's been 4 rounds too, as well, you're going to have to, figure out either you're going to materialize or you're going to keep going, but it's getting really hard now, even though he's dropped to migraine status. But yeah. So what are you thinking?
I'm gonna. How close is everybody else to the door?
Right there.
So like
guys are all
everybody
right
could
there.
just run away.
You're 1 action away from getting to that door and getting out, and hopefully getting out of yet another.
So if I let this guy go, he gets 1 chance to kill us all, as opposed to like 3 chances.
That's one way to look at it. That's one way to look at it. Yeah.
All right.
What you gonna do?
Well, I'm running out of intellect. So,
Yeah.
so I would have to reactivate it, and it would just be more difficult.
Yeah. 2 steps more difficult. Yep. At this point, he's screaming, because the migraine version, and you can hear the beeping of the tetramech, bypassing manual, controls.
All right. Well, I'm gonna let him go,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna float back over, and just throw a mind punch at him instead.
Okay.
Can mind punch can't affect the mech itself, right?
No.
Because it's not sentient.
Yeah.
Well, then whoever's near him, they get it too.
Got it. Perfect. Okay. That mind punch, and how much damage does it do?
4 points of intellect damage, ignores armor.
Okay, so roll for it, just to see if it hits. And this is the only person really there is the pilot, who's again migraine, but coming back quick.
So it should be a little easier to hit him because he's down.
Oh yeah.
Debilitated or whatever.
Yep. And remember, this is you're still in smoke form. Okay, never mind.
Yeah. Oh, wah. So that costs me 3 minus 2 is 1, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, minus 2 edge.
It's a pretty simple task for you at this point.
16.
Excellent. You can feel the mind. The fella in the mech, the pilot there. You see a little bit of blood start to drop down like this, and he drops his head like this, and you're not getting any surface thoughts at the moment, and he is down now. Yes, the mech takes over, and we'll resolve that in a second. Oedipus, And again, you guys are all one action away from getting to the door, one action away from MPD showing up at the front door, and already in a crazy situation.
I'm gonna keep gesturing that they have to back up. I'm gonna follow this guy to make sure that the Don is safe. Don't do anything stupid like your friend. Don is not gonna be happy with this once I get him out of here.
Okay.
Out of this, sorry. I'm not out of here.
Yes. Perfect.
Bullshit.
Okay. Yeah, exactly. Okay. And with this one that I haven't forgotten about, that's still still hanging over all our heads. Yes. Okay. So what's your action? Is to continue continue and run?
Retreat.
Okay. Now, you guys get to the point of the door, and here's where the one rolls in. It happens to be exactly in the right spot for the mech to open fire, and it is going to open fire on your positions, all of you. You guys are all concentrated there. It's going to get one shot at you guys before you at least get out the door. You know that. So here's where the one comes in. Your perfect plan to get out, this and that, didn't take into account that there was some major firepower that you couldn't see facing the front door. So this is when you kind of realize, oh, maybe there was a number off or something, but you feel bad, but whatever.
Yeah, remember when Chester said he did the math? Yeah.
Yes, exactly. That's right. Perfect. So,
stay in your lane.
Yes, as the MPD, you can hear the screech of the paddy wagon tires out front. The last of, there's smoke everywhere. You guys are at the door. You're ready to jump out the door, and you can hear the hum and the rising sound of the tetramech warming up, and it shoots. Everybody's going to make a dodge roll or jump the hell out of the way roll right here. Yes, this is the full force of the tetramech. Okay.
It'd have to be like a robo something to jack into the shadow.
No, it helps, but
Right
it just
in
has
there?
to be someone who plugs in. So
Okay.
yeah.
So I couldn't actually steal the mech.
No.
No.
No. Not like
not
that.
in
Unless
the
you actually
same way
got it.
as the guy who's actually piloting it would.
Not unless I hacked the guy who was piloting it.
Correct, which might be a level tier 5 or 6 thing, but yeah. So here's one shot. You can hear the boom. And again,
none of us have XP.
Of course. Now we're going to go. Oh, you might need it. Okay. And I'm going to say that the Dawn, the one Grande Fratello, is tied to all of you guys. So in other words, you guys are all in the same group. He's not going to make obviously a separate roll, but if you guys make it, you'll make it out with him. So,
yeah.
All right, Blix.
Can we use him as a meat shield?
With a tetramech, good luck. Yeah, you guys are, a couple layers.
So let's put him up front just in case.
Sounds like a plan.
In the
Okay.
back, you mean?
So, yes.
Whoever gets hit first.
Where he needs to be, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, to tetramech. Okay, and you guys you see the 12.7 millimeter guns start to get red hot on the edge of the barrels, because that's what happens in these mechs. And Blix, let's roll. Difficult, because you're already at the door. Luckily not heroic or immortal or anything like that, but difficult. 12
Okay.
or above.
12 or above. Are we hindered by the gas here still?
No.
Okay.
No.
Then I
Wait, you mean once you get out?
in terms of making this roll to
Yes.
avoid it, does the gas make it to the 2 steps more difficult?
Yes. Yes, it does.
Same team. Shut up, Mike. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's actually 12 and then up 2 steps.
Mm-hmm. To 18. Intimidating.
I'm trying to keep it exciting for everybody. Come on.
Oh yeah, no, I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All of you
I'll
guys are, including Shark. Oh wait, no, are you still Smokeform?
Yeah.
Okay, then you don't. You're fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and spend my 4 levels of effort then.
Good. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Good, demanding. Okay, 9 or above.
Update that. Okay. Hey, I still had that 1 XP to spend for that 6. Okay.
Yep, spend it.
10.
Ah, okay. We'll resolve that in a second. But yes, you get to the door and get out as you hear the sound. Okay. Chester, we are
Okay.
at intimidating, but if you want to use effort, you can.
So one thing to keep in mind, I'm still partially there, so I'm ethereal. So any damage I actually take will be halved. But I'm going to spend effort on speed. I'll drop it. I'll spend all 4. So that's going to put me down to
9 or above, demanding.
yeah. I just want to do this math. Okay, that puts me down to 2. Wait, no, 4. Update stream and
9 or above. 9 or above.
1.
Oh no!
We'll resolve it in a second. We'll resolve it in a second. Okay. Okay. Smoke.
I'm not trying anything heroic. That's why the curse of Chester.
That's why. Yeah.
Only
Say,
gets
Yeah, you
20s
were
when he's
trying to
doing something
Stay
impressive.
behind and sacrifice yourself.
whoa. Okay. Oh shit. Okay. Okay. Wow. Okay. Smoke. What's your role?
Don't, Alex, don't make that face.
Sorry. No.
I mean, I'm not really gonna try and avoid it. I'm smoke,
Mm-hmm.
so
So
I'm just gonna
just-
like
Get to the door.
cover for the other people
Mm-hmm.
because I'm slightly cloudy,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm just making it harder to see.
Yeah, for you it's just difficult dropped instead of because you don't have
Like I cannot be
Okay.
affected by physical attacks.
no.
So I'm
So,
just
Well,
walk.
you can float your way out the doorway. That's about all. Oh shit.
So you're unaffected by physical attacks, it said?
Yeah,
So
I mean,
12,
unless it's
12
got
millimeter
shadow
cannons.
which I feel like I would know by being in the shadow guy's mind.
Or what's left of it.
Yeah, like
Right.
if it has a shadow component, then I will dodge,
Mm-hmm.
and if it
Yeah.
doesn't, then I'm just gonna be like whatevs and
Mm-hmm.
just
Yeah.
cloud along.
Is it a shadow tech mech? Yeah.
You'll find out, I guess. Got to roll for a dodge. Again, it's easier. It's easier for you anyway, because you're not breathing anything, and then it's another 2 steps easier for you because you're not even really there. So roll a 6 or above, and you're without even using effort, and you're fine.
Okay,
2 levels of effort.
and I'm trained in speed defense,
Okay, we're down to 6. Yeah.
so that's
So-
you're at 6, so that's a 3.
Mm-hmm.
I got a 5.
Excellent.
Counts.
Okay, you do that. Okay. Now, Oedipus, you've been holding the field with all your words and everything, and now it's action.
So, is there any way? So I'm not. Can you paint me a simple picture here about what the setup is where we are?
Mhm.
Like,
So Blix has
by
gotten
door.
to the door and is heading out. Chester is at the door with the Dawn and the gun there.
Okay.
Smoke has moved around you guys and towards the door and is heading out. You're right next to the door, but you can also see the blast starting and heading towards you guys, and without a doubt heading even
And
more directly
Is this a
towards.
normal room? Like, for some reason, I'm picturing a lot of grates and stuff. Like a
Mhm.
big room with. Like, is there anything in the floor or anything?
There's nothing between you guys as
Okay.
far as cover from the mech, and it's kind of a giant emptied warehouse with everything pushed against the side.
So as I got myself to tier 4 today, I gave myself the escape artist skill,
Oh,
which
What's-
gave me 2 assets for any task related to escaping. And I'd like to think that this applies.
Okay. Yeah, I'd
Yeah.
say so. Okay.
So I think
Uh,
I'm going to make a run for it, and I'm going to try to push out as many people as I can as I run.
Okay.
Oh, like you're helping them?
Yes,
I'll
including
say
Chester.
I'll say this: you get a 19 or 20 using that skill,
Uh-huh.
a minor or major effect, and that roll for that is what I'm saying. Roll a
Okay.
19 or 20. Okay.
Okay.
Negate the one. Negate the one. Negate the
Yes.
one.
Save the Chester.
So it's not really about spending effort, etc. anymore, right?
You can for you to get out. Yeah, you'd still have to roll. But if you want to do this and save other people, kind of thing, that's what you're rolling for.
One sec, because my tab got closed. I know, dramatic effect, right?
My game cat is snoring.
No.
I'm rolling. 11.
Wait a sec. You had okay. So what were we at? We're at
I was going to spend.
intimidating.
Yeah.
So it's 18.
So I took it down 2, and then I was going to spend effort, and I forgot to say that I did.
And it gives you two assets, though, right?
Yeah, 2 assets. Would take
So
it
roll
down
a
to
9 or
12.
above. What'd you get?
I got an 11.
Okay.
Okay.
It counts, but you're not going to be able to push him out of the way entirely. So here's what's happening right this moment. The Methrotech is unloading its damage directly on you, Chester, and the Dawn there. I'm going to say that he's going to give you 4 points of protection just because he happens to be in front of you. You guys are both getting blasted, full blast. I don't, to be honest, because I don't even have it open, I don't know where you're at as far as number of points, but we are at 20 damage inflicted.
Things to remember. One, I'm partially there, so it's halved, and then I put that light armor on before the battle. I made everyone put on light armor.
Okay.
So that's going to take it down to 10 damage for the shot, plus the light armor is what? -2, so 8.
Let's see. If you're partially there,
I guess if I'm partial, no, I guess the armor wouldn't. Okay, we'll say it's 10. I'm happy with 10.
I'll split it at 9. It gives you some. It definitely gives you some. Let's say 9.
Half the armor.
Yeah, where are you at now? Might goes first. Then speed.
I'm fine. I'm fine. I've got 11. That only took me down to 11 might.
Whoa. Okay.
Baby.
Damn. Oh, phew. Okay, good. I was gonna start feeling real sad. Okay, you got hit and you get knocked the fuck down on the ground. You
Right
are
in the leg.
Yeah. Oh God, the other one. You have the gun. Your ears are ringing. Everybody sees a blast. You guys now are all outside. All 4 of you guys are outside there. You can hear the MPD, or you can see lights and everything on the other side. The Dawn is in front of you. Is totally unconscious, but still blinking lights and everything. There are several cars right in front of you. People are racing everywhere. You have 3 rounds to get out before the cops get you, and it's going to be all Oedipus, and it's going to be, the first one's going to be to get into the car, the second one's going to be to drive the car, and the third one's going to be to lose the cops.
Could I be particular here and say that we don't have a car yet, so I have to steal it?
You have to steal it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the first one. You have to get it.
Into the car.
Is Chester knocked out, or is he still conscious?
No, Chester's conscious. He's messed up, but the Dawn is out.
Could he get us?
What was the goal with the Dawn? Like, are we taking him with us, or are we just like trying to splatter him across the pavement?
Did he die?
He did not die. He's unconscious. He's in front of you guys.
He's going to be in the trunk if we take a car. But
okay,
can we VTO out of here?
No, it's only once a day.
Ah, crap. Okay, steal the car.
Yep, perfect.
Steal the car.
Okay, so steal the car. And by the way, the mech is each. If you fail, the mech is shooting towards you guys. So the failure is 24 points of damage coming in.
Hey, Chester, you want to shadow fuck that guy?
Yeah. Like, no.
Just kidding. No, the pilot's actually dead already.
Yeah,
I can't shadow fuck a mech.
Yeah, it's true.
Hey, this is getting too. You guys just like saying shadow fuck too much now.
We do not.
We'll bleep it out when it gets broadcast on ABC.
You guys should say shadow fuck.
Shadow fork.
Shadow fork.
Shadow
ding,
fudge.
ding dong it. Okay. Let's-
Right. So I have to.
Okay.
Everybody piles into the car. We drop
Yes.
it down into the trunk. We lock him
Challenging.
from the outside because it's a
Mhm.
Ford Comet. Because there's Ford Comets everywhere.
There are. This is challenging. So 15 or above. Do you want to use effort?
This is for the navigation or for stealing the car?
Oh, this is to get into the car and steal it.
Okay, so I have hot wiring. I'm a driver,
Okay. Down
and
2.
can I use that escape asset thing again, or?
No. It's
Okay.
more, this is
But
specifically.
it's if it's a comment, you got that comment.
Yeah, oh, yeah. My first car was a Comet, so
I'll drop it.
okay.
9 or above. 9 or above.
Oh Lord, no
No
pressure.
rerolls on these last 3. No rerolls because you don't have XP, right?
I
Right.
have one.
Oh,
For the
okay, then.
effort.
Oh yeah, spending effort. I'm gonna spend 3 levels of effort.
Okay, so automatic with your stuff. So that one's
Unless I
automatic.
roll, unless I roll a 1.
Yeah.
Well, let's roll it in. I rolled a 14, so I would have made it anyway. So that
Got
was
it.
5, 6, 6, 6. Okay, 14.
Okay. So 14 counts. The blast, as you're getting in there, flies right over you guys. Now a bigger hole has been blown in the wall, and now the mech has full sight of you guys for the next round, but you're in the car at least. So now, drive the car. That's the second one. At this point, with the mech facing you, we are at formidable. So you can drop it with effort or other. You have driver, so that drops it 1.
Yeah, I have navigation thanks to sharp-eyed.
Good. Down another. Okay.
Which way are we going? Are we going into Bottletown? Because if we're going into Bottletown, we've got eyes and ears in Bottletown to help us navigate through it.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
true.
there's Bottletown that way, and there's the cops the other way. So yeah.
Yeah, but I could do my PDF feeder and talk to people. Can I use that as an asset?
Yes. Now, yes. Let's have someone roll a d20. Shar, can you just for fun roll a d20 to see how many of the 20 of those soldiers actually made it to this edge in order for you guys to.
How
Chair.
many of ours?
Nice. Yeah, remember you had 20 of them in Bottletown
12.
ready to jump in. So 12 of them, that's more than enough. Okay. Yes, that counts as an asset. So as long as half of them got there, you can count them as them running out of the woodworks to cause panic. So
And then
dropped
also
it again.
2 more levels of effort.
Okay. 6
Yeah.
or above. No
Mm,
rerolls. Oh, actually you have 1.
Took me down to 10 int. I think I did my math wrong on the last one, but I'll let it sit because I can't do math. So 10. And I'm gonna roll, and I roll a 5.
Okay. So,
Do you
20
want an XP?
oh, yeah. we do
Yes,
have-
Oh, yeah.
sir.
You want my last XP?
Here, I'll give him mine.
Wow. Do you want to live?
I was going to say that's 24 points of damage hitting everybody. If you
No.
count.
Okay.
Use
You
it.
can have mine.
Okay. 6
Okay.
or above. 6 or above.
14.
Okay. Okay. 2 of
I'm
3
gonna
done.
die soon, and that ain't gonna be
Nice.
the thing that kills me. Okay.
So as you're getting to point, you see a straight shot down a side ginnel into Bottletown. You're still a straight shot from the mech, but this is the time when all the other 12 boomers have jumped out and are running everywhere and trying to figure out what's going on. They don't know what's going on, but they've added to the chaos. They count as an asset for this one too. You're on the last one. This is to get you into safety of Bottletown, not just getting there, but
Okay.
avoiding it. And this is formidable
Okay.
again. So you dropped it to 1 for driver, 2. This is navigation. I'll say that. So another 2.
You.
Okay.
I will once again burn. I'm going to burn as much as I need to.
I would. This is the last roll, really.
How much is it?
Can
We
I
can go
I
4
do my
levels of
normal
effort.
Assistance?
Eddie.
I have been doing the math wrong the whole time, so I have more int than I do. So
Okay.
I'm just going to spend all levels,
Okay.
which I think gets me to 2 int. If I
Okay.
I really need to do the math better this next time.
It's
Demand-
9
so it's
minus
gone
whatever your edge is.
Yeah, I've been.
1, 2, 4, 5. Okay, so 4 and then an asset. Sure. Okay, demanding. And this is
and
the
I tell my blurbs to hang out with us.
Okay.
okay.
That doesn't
Follow
do
us.
anything.
Good call. So, demanding. So now I will say this without making it too dramatic. Don't mess up this roll. This is the last roll to get you to safety. And by the way, you're bringing the Dawn with you,
Yes.
He's in the trunk.
the head of the entire real world's Chromerta
Yep.
in the trunk of a Ford
Mhm.
Comet. Okay, roll this 9, please.
Let's say I put a blanket over him. Does that help?
Sure.
Do you want me to stasis him into the trunk so he can't move?
Oh, he's out.
All right, here we go.
9 or above, 9 or above, 9 or above.
There's one person that still has XP, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you still have another XP?
19.
Yes.
Good. What you see as you're going through the minor effect is you're racing, and all of a sudden, MPD VTOL drops into view in your rear view mirror, starts putting its turrets towards you. It's about ready to open fire. This is a weaponized one, and then sure enough, there's an explosion. It seems the Methra tech shooting at you guys has now hit the MPD VTOL, and there's a giant explosion, and you guys are racing through, bouncing off the walls. Madness is happening. There's sparks. It smells like burnt hair and fuel, and it is an absolute mess. And you guys make it back into North Gort.
Okay, so
Yes.
Driving
guess-
edifice.
guess we're taking over the Chromerta next time.
Yeah, you have the head of this is like there may be out of the top the top 10 people with the most power in the real world. He is absolutely in the top 10,
Yeah.
to say the least. I mean, he's up there with like the chief of police. So next, you have an insane advantage for this
Next time we just need to convince him that we saved him from the MPD.
Yes.
You
That
got
sounds
this.
like-
This world map is pulling out farther and farther each one, where you're getting more and more territory. But nice job.
As we're pulling into the garage, can I send Poe out for like another 56 baby Blarney X feathers? Because we're gonna need to speak a lot of Italian.
Yes, that's exactly what he does. And there's Clem Fandango, with another sandwich for you, looking askance at you there. So that's perfect. Okay, yes, you made it back. MPD, without a doubt, is going to be tracing you guys, is going to be following you guys, but at least you're safe for the moment. Wow. Okay. Yeah. So
Oh man.
yeah, next round, it's even bigger stakes. It sounds like. That's good.
So what we said last time, I think.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
tier 4 is
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Okay, so next time, let's say that we come up with at least one plan that has an ending.
I don't like that.
I'm just
Or
throwing it
middle.
out there. Just like a real plan with an ending,
A
Nice.
plan with a goal at the end? I don't think that's
like an outcome, a desired outcome scenario. We can do an analysis after that, but
Nice.
Whew.
Well,
Alright.
you've survived another day in Manchester, and yes, when we play next, you guys are going to be making moves with the hostage, the head of the entire real world Chromerta, as your hostage.
oh god, I just got an evil plan, but I will tell you about it later.
Don't tell me.
Cunning plan.
Nice.
I have a cunning plan, sir.
Nice. Well, we'll catch you guys next time for sure. And yeah, you guys better do some resting between now and then. 'Cause I can't believe you got past a full blast from a Tetramech, but good. Nice.
Cool.
Save that might.
So we'll catch you guys next time in Manchester.
Awesome.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks for watching.
See-
Cool. Nice. Can't believe.
Listen up, Kettlings. Vurt wants you.